What's good, everybody? We're back for another episode of Top 5 Live, episode 156.
We gotta get that number fixed, man. So y'all might see us jump a number two.
It could. if it does, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's some internal housekeeping. You gotta, be too much. But yeah, we're back for another week, and y'all know, because we've told you before how much we love doing these drafts. I think they're by far the most fun. I mean, we always have fun on the show, but the drafts are like just a different level of fun, bro. So y'all already know me and Javon, and you also know Tony. Tony's been through before.
Yes, sir.
But make sure I introduce my guy, Tony Clapper, the freaking. Matter of fact, Tony, that's something we definitely got to talk about. My guy been doing freaking media runs, and you got a dope Kickstarter coming up. You know what I'm saying, for 5-star. So yeah. I definitely got to make sure I'm gonna get right back to you once I introduce Kelly. You know what I'm saying, Greg Burnham's brother, another dope comic book artist and freaking writer, and
Kelly, you draw? I didn't know that.
No. I was just about to fix it. No. He did the writing in it. I just did the writing. Yeah,
that's why I said writer after I said artist. But I mean, we're still art. Don't do that. We still
no. I get it, but I didn't do the illustration.
Yeah. No, not you. I'm talking to Javon.
I was curious. I was like, I didn't know.
Beef. We got a standing beef with Javon because he be trying to play writers.
I don't play writers. I just explain that we do a lot of the heavy lifting. Like, I know y'all don't like to hear it.
You see,
but it's true.
You see,
the artists do more the heavy lifting.
I ain't even. Okay. I don't believe that, but okay.
Hey, listen.
I mean, y'all don't have to do the lighting. Y'all don't have to do.
We have to tell you where the lighting is, though.
Not all the time. Not all the time.
But then you're not working with the right people.
No, like if you say it's on a no. Hold on.
Wait, hold on.
If you say if it's on a sunny day, then
I tell you where I want the light. Our script does that. The script that when Greg.
Not all writers do that though.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, it's if I tell you exactly, usually the only time you're freestyling is if you're putting extra stuff in the back, because I'm typically pretty detailed with it. Okay. Honestly. I'm just I know not everybody does it.
But at the same time, you guys can write more than one book like a month. You could write 3 books in a month if you wanted to.
It depends on your process.
It does depend on your process, but I'm not gonna use the word.
Oh boy.
The level of effort involved.
Here we go.
The level of effort involved
for what?
Whoa.
For writers is different than is slightly lesser than the level of effort for artists. Like it's not this is not a crazy thing to say.
But
it's not a crazy thing to say.
It is.
Slightly. What's happening?
It's because it's one of those things where
I
have to have the imagination to give you the picture to draw. So almost
how we do,
you're copying.
Yeah, okay, you having the imagination is sitting there thinking. I have to also take everything that you just came in your head and put it on the paper, which requires determining perspective, which requires getting reference material, which requires a multitude of things.
But that's also
that
what a writer
you guys
does,
don't necessarily think of all the time. Mind you, I do both. I write and I draw, so I know both sides of it.
We're gonna circle back to this argument in a second. Make sure.
I'm not saying nothing crazy. I didn't say writers are slackers.
I didn't say that either.
Other people do.
That's what I heard you say.
But it sounded like
you said writers.
That's because Morgan is hard of hearing.
But I want to make sure I circle back to Tony before we run him into this wreck. But yeah, so Tony, I definitely wanted you to at least for people that haven't seen some of the dope stuff that you've been doing, especially the press run thing, man. Like I want to hear about that personally, and I if you're willing to share, you know what I'm saying, kind of what you've been doing in the last few months to a year, you know what I'm saying? You just had dope stuff happening.
Yeah, for sure. I am Tony Clapper, like they said, aka Mr. Five Star. And I guess what you're talking about is the recent Middletown Comic Expo.
Yep.
First year con took place in September. We actually partnered with the city, which is kind of different. They didn't really know how that was going to look like going in, but they partnered with myself and Freestyle Comics to be the head runners of the show, which put all of our characters on all the promo, and working with Michael Watson and Jerry Lewis was our representative from the city. We were able to put on a dope one-day show, man, and had over 4,000 people, or right at 4,000 people, come to the door for a first-year show one day. It was pretty good stuff. There's a lot of promo went into that, so we was able to get on the news. Good Day Dayton, spread the word. We was able to we did like a tour at all the elementary schools and passed out a bunch of free stuff and really got the kids engaged. Newspaper articles. So, we just, and the city loved it so much. They're like, yeah, we're going to continue to do it. We're going to give you 2 days next year. We're going to double your budget for next year. So
that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you. So
I'm sorry. Did you say how many people came? I missed it.
4,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So
first day was 1 day, right? It was 1 day.
1 day, yeah.
Man, that's amazing, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it was cool too because there was a lot of first time con goers. They was like, oh, it's this dope thing that's happening in the city. What's this different thing? And a lot of people were blown away by the scale that we were at. And I mean, we had over 100 vendors. So, a lot of first year shows ain't doing that to that level. We had 10 food trucks outside. We had a whole arena set up where people can do gel blasters. We had professional cosplayers there. So we really tried to make it a dope event that people could stay for and enjoy the whole day. So just keep growing from there.
Yeah.
Man, I just, because I am not naturally inclined to do those things, to organize events like that. That's why, I'm saying, I when I see people operating in a space that they have grace in and talent, I want to congratulate it. I'm saying, like we talked about Big Bro, Greg, and Darren Flood, and
that looked like it was a really good turnout. I heard nothing but good things about it.
It was, you know what I'm saying? And so, and I, if someone even asked me to do that, like Danny would be like, yeah, bro, we could do it. I'd be like, mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm willing to help. You just tell me where to show up and do stuff. But nah, bro. Like if you want me to be on these phones and you know what I mean? Like I got my lane that I know I can rock it with and do things. And I don't have any interest in doing the heavy lifting that y'all are doing. So again, congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
You brought up 5 Star, you know what I'm saying, and I know you'll be on next week too, right? To Kickstarter. All right. So I definitely want to make sure. Let me get the link up. Well, no, Javon's got to do the thing, but
yeah. So we are running the Kickstarter. We're hoping to launch next Tuesday. So we'll actually be launching on that day that we're going to be on your show next week. Probably earlier that day. 5 Star issue 3. Super excited to finally be at this, this issue, because redoing issue 1 and 2 and now putting us back at issue 3, kind of a big deal for me personally. But yeah, we're gonna mix it up for Kevin Terry a little bit, and issue 2 left off with him, figuring out that not only did his best friend die, but he was actually murdered, and now he's going on this kind of not undercover, but like this mission to kind of see if he can get any info in that. So it's kind of opening up the world a little bit for Kevin Terry. And you guys should definitely check it out. Hit the notification button where you can be the first to back it, because we got a bunch of swag on there. And you know how we do at Freestyle Comics. We got the jackets and the shirts and the shoes and all that. So if you definitely want to get in, fskgo.com. And
I want to say for the record, Tony said that you guys could, you want to be first, and that's admirable. You know what I'm saying, for you to be first, but don't aim for first. Not on this. I don't want you to be disappointed. I'm going to be first. I'm always first. So I just wanted to make sure that was put out there. I don't want anybody to be disappointed, you know what I'm saying, when they miss, and you know what I'm saying, you're like second or third or something beyond first. So, Ricky Bobby says if you're not first, you're last. And all you guys are going to be last. And that's okay. I just
I'm just a guest here.
Like the attitude.
Yeah.
Tell me where you want me to operate, and I'll do that.
Hey, listen. Honestly, I mean, I've had people try to sneak it, you know what I'm saying, and like launch at a time that they told me they weren't going to launch, and I still went, you know what I mean? So I would appreciate it if you just work with me, you know what I'm saying? Be like,
right,
hey,
I might do that.
Yeah,
you have me on the show. I mean, I hit up a few other people like Kyron. Kyron told me he was fully booked, couldn't get me in. I thought we were cooler than that. I was like, bro, I couldn't get I can't get 5 minutes. Like, I can't get 2 minutes. I can't get a 2-minute plug. He said, no, I'm booked for the rest of the year. I said, whoa.
That's crazy. Yo.
Wow.
Kyron should be ashamed of himself. He should be ashamed of himself. He's not, but he should be.
He ain't. He's got no shame in that game.
Yeah, he's a Sacramento Kings fan. I mean, I could understand it back in the 2000s, you know what I'm saying, when they was battling with the Lakers. But we could – no, I'm not talking about that.
Kyron's good dude, though. He'll plug it. I'll have him plug it for me. If I can't be a guest, I'll be like, man, you can at least mention it. So
yeah, I'm sure he'll –
I might sneak and let you know, though, when we're dropping it. That way you have a better shot at getting number one.
Oh, I don't need a better shot. I do this. I just, it's just a thing. It's just a natural talent that I have. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that and Javon put Javon's got the link at the bottom. Y'all go to fskgo.com, go sign up, hit the notify button. I have not started pushing for Lumberjacks' graphic novel yet, but it is coming in the next.
Oh, nice.
I'm not launching the graphic novel until next month, but I haven't started like my yelling at people to tell you to go, follow and all that. But it's coming though. So
they said 5-star versus Heat. Who's winning? That's great.
I mean,
that
ain't even a question.
Yo, that's being wow. Hey, tonight's about to be a really messy show. I see.
I'm just glad 5-star got it. I'm
dang.
so hyped.
What does he have?
Oh wow. Wow, you gonna let him say what this is?
I woke up this morning and chose violence.
Kelly, you heard that, bro?
Hey.
God,
I mean, you ain't gonna be snapping on my character now.
I'm not gonna do.
I'm pretty sure already.
What we not gonna do?
Who fired the first shot?
I mean, he did though. Like I heard it. He just said. I mean,
5-star, you might throw fire. I control it. So
yeah, okay.
It's two different things.
Yeah,
sorry, it's okay. We wouldn't fight though. It'd be a team up.
Yeah.
Now Ace Blade, he will beat the dog crap. I'm sorry, I wasn't gonna do that. I won't do that.
I knew you weren't gonna be able to get through that lie.
I won't do that. I won't be mean to Danny when he can't defend himself. I mean, he ain't gonna defend himself when he's on here. But the thought that counts.
Since everybody's already in somewhat of a melee type mood, we are doing the top 5 wrestler draft, and I need to make sure that I'm well. You know what? It was Javon's what's the word I'm looking for? Javon's idea of including wrestlers in this draft won out when we voted on it. I was thinking of doing the top 5. Doing a draft, but to draft your own faction, your own wrestling faction. Javon was like, we should draft and do like to create your own. The idea is pretty much for us to create our own company, and we're picking our headliners, right?
Yes,
that's essentially what we're doing. Okay,
sure.
All right, so that's what we're doing tonight. I'm gonna name my show "Beat Niggas Down." Like that's
Beat Niggas Down.
Man,
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all one word. Like it's not separated, and there's no hyphens. It's just all one word. But you have to say it fast.
Who's your mascot? Sexy Red?
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
And we headline the show.
That's not a bad idea. I'm wondering.
I mean, it kind of is a bad idea, man. But
It's like you keep saying it, but it sounds like a bad idea to me.
It's not gonna make it an okay idea, but you can try it.
You never know. Meg Stallion. You don't. Know.
We just saw her. Like I just saw.
So I got a question about the name choice, Morgan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some demographics aren't allowed to say the full name, though, right?
Yeah.
How does that work?
I mean, they're wrestling fans, so they probably say it anyway.
That's true. Yeah,
that's true. There's a majority of them out there in the trailer that are probably like, "Oh, I like that." There,
That's perfect.
yeah. I think. I mean, if you say it really fast,
right? Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Then it probably gets
I'm
blocked.
not going to, but
No. I mean, I'm not encouraging it.
Yeah, you kind of.
No, that's just the name of the show.
Hey, we just created a company that 90% of my target audience can't pronounce.
Yeah, it's just the name of the show. It's just
tell
so
people
happens
to follow my Kickstarter while canceling me at the same time.
They're like, I didn't come on for this shit.
Yeah, I mean, what's happening?
That's how we were gonna have like.
Devon talking about beating up my character.
I didn't
Morgan
start
getting
that. Danny did.
like,
I told you we team up.
So we got to come up with our name for our.
I didn't come up with a name. That
I'm
Morgan
getting ready to-
decided to be the hood dude.
What is that? What's hood about that? It's a great name. Greg, don't do that.
You
see how you heard that uncomfortable silence?
A great name.
I didn't like the way Greg looked at me when I said that, though.
Yeah,
It was a lot of
couldn't
just
tell
pretty
by the
sure
uncomfortable
inner
silence.
Morgan is looking at you the same way right now.
I'm obviously joking, but
Inner Morgan.
I will have a name for my show by the time we do.
Inner Morgan is like Mekhi Phifer in the scene with the cigarette. Like, why do we keep trying this dude out? Like,
I will have a name for the show by the time we draft, though.
good.
I'm waiting. Danny,
I got one. I've got one. If that's it. I mean, I got one already. So I'll wait.
Is
until
it better
Is
than
Danny
mine,
coming?
yeah, he's coming.
The hell?
He said he said he'd
He's
be
sitting
late.
here putting in messages. With
Danny, will you?
He does that. You don't try to understand, Greg.
Where's
Just
my belt?
yeah,
I'm
don't.
not trying to understand. I'm ready to spank.
Yeah,
Let's
well,
go.
I don't blame you.
And look what I got in the mail today.
Ooh.
Oh,
Some comic.
this a fire.
Okay,
show.
okay.
Some printer.
Okay.
And look what was given to me in the mail today.
Okay.
Food for the kids. What's that got to do with us, Danny?
I know.
That ain't got nothing.
Look, Danny's gonna have to phone in.
His picks.
uh,
Danny gonna pick like
He
Gorgeous
should
George,
automatically be last because he ain't here.
with the six,
Disco Inferno.
with the automatic six pick.
Danny gonna have La Parka.
with the automatic six pick.
Oh man. Oh,
The Ace Blade
oh
select.
man. Danny gonna have
And
what's
then he
the
shouldn't get the benefit of
gobbledygooker?
the snake either. He should have to like.
Hey Tony, what's the name of the wrestler that they built up for like weeks, and then he like crashed through the wall and like fell, and like his helmet came off.
Oh, you talking about the dude who? Oh man.
It had like a stormtrooper was his helmet. It was just sparkling.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, why can't I remember his name?
He,
Oh,
he, he like,
Some silly shit. Remember when Mortal Kombat was out? They made what's his name? What was the dude who was like?
it was the Electrocutioner or something?
He
It
was like
something-
just a ripoff of Sub-Zero. And it was like, bro, what?
Yo, WCW was terrible. Yeah, like it
They
was
just
terrible, man.
Crazy thing.
It was so bad back then, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I know y'all wasn't watching WCW.
What are you talking about?
I did watch it growing up.
Yeah, growing up, that's all I watched. I
NWA?
watched,
Really?
Yeah.
watched that more
Only
Yeah, I
WCW?
Yeah,
until Hulk Hogan.
I love Sting. Sting's still one of my favorite wrestlers ever.
Okay.
Man, I'm talking about when it was NWA. That's when it was.
Yeah, like
like
we would
before they changed the name.
Our aunt used to watch it all the time, and that's what we grew up on was NWA.
Yeah,
That's right. NWA with colorful Sting.
Yep.
When he had like the surfer
Horseman.
Sting.
yeah.
Surfer Sting. I never liked Surfer Sting. Yeah, I don't
Man,
think I've
when
ever liked
first
Sting in
came
general,
out,
man.
He was
I don't know why.
business, man. He was like just washing everybody. Those were good days, man. Saturday.
I'm an attitude era guy, man. That's my time.
So yeah, but they were both good. But like NWA, like in the 80s, and then what was the one out of Texas? Something South.
The one with the Von Erich brothers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the territory, every time like the territory area, it was fun. There was definitely some dope characters.
Yeah, that were like
but
everywhere, like
until Vince McMahon messed it up.
What's that?
Said
I mean,
Vince was just doing work, man.
He ain't messed it up.
You know, it was somebody was gonna do it.
He definitely elevated.
Because who was the president for God dang it. I'm getting ready. You WC.
I was like, you got one more and then we're gonna mute your mic.
You talking about WCW?
WCW. I don't know why I couldn't get the name WCW. Who was the president for him?
Eric Bischoff was like
Bischoff.
But Ted Turner was the guy that
was the guy that ran.
I rocks with Bischoff. Bro.
Wait, have y'all watched the documentary?
The McMahon
documentary?
I did.
Yeah.
I did not.
Did anything in the documentary like shock you? Like you didn't know?
No, not really.
I mean, it's about Vince McMahon, so I couldn't.
I mean, I always figured like I know they play a character, but the Vince McMahon character to me is always like how Ric Flair is. Like Ric Flair is so Ric Flair all the time. Like I just at least some of what McMahon does, I figured Vince McMahon was like at least like a little bit. Like it might be an exaggeration, but dude's definitely got some of those tendencies and qualities. And I thought was funny on the interview is he was like, "It's not me," and then like everybody else was like, "It's him."
Yeah.
Everybody else was like, he was like, he's like, "It's just a character I play, and that's it." And everybody else was like, "It's definitely him." Like
it's just a ramped up version of who
he
really are.
I feel like it might not have been him at one time, but I think he did it so much that it just became him.
Like, how does it?
Man, I don't like when you
like he wasn't so. I don't think he was always amped up to that level, but I think because even when they talked about him beforehand, they didn't talk about him like that. Like there was a point where like the narrative on how they talked about Vince changed.
Well, yeah, but that came from, like the progression. Like I think in the beginning he was just like like when I first started watching WWF at the time, he was he was like on the mic and stuff. He wasn't even
he was an announcer.
Yeah, so it wasn't making it seem like he was running the show at that time. I don't think any of the like from the different territories that I've seen anyways, they you weren't highlighting like who owned the company and all that kind of stuff. You were highlighting your star wrestlers.
Yeah.
So
and they used to play like Gorilla Monsoon was like in charge, and he was just like the announcer, and he was definitely like a lot more humbled. And it wasn't really until like Stone Cold came in that he started being like this power trippy boss.
Yeah, it almost looked like
not yet, Danny.
Around the time when Hulk Hogan, started to fade. It's like he kind of stepped up and pushed himself into like this higher realm. Because even like when you look at the Von Erichs, like Fritz Von Erich was running, their territory, but they weren't pumping it like, they were running it. All them kids, they were just there wrestling. So
all 50-11 of them. Bro,
that
I
was
didn't realize that they
good.
took one of the brothers out of the movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
one they didn't even show. I think it was Chris. They didn't
Yeah.
even show.
They were like, look,
It's too
They was
much.
like, it's too depressing.
This
It's
movie
too
already
much.
got a lot of shit in it.
Yeah.
Like, we can't
You gotta
even
slow
go-
down.
Look,
They was like, this is unrealistic. We
look,
can't
man,
have all
pick
of
one
them.
out of
But
the
it was-
pick
dude.
one that he's got to go. We just gonna pretend like he wasn't even there
They really did pretend like that dude didn't exist. I was like,
because it's crazy.
I was
And
counting. I was like,
so-
1, 2, 3. Wait a
whole-
minute.
Yeah, but man, we were living in Louisiana like when these dudes was dying, man. It was, and so we were like I'm sad. It's something south, but their wrestling it used to come on like every night on Saturday nights, like late night. So we used to sneak and stay up to watch, and they had a lot of good people would come through there. The Freebirds would come through there, and there was a while where the Freebirds was like one of the top factions in wrestling. So it was really good wrestling for real. And then it was more down to earth like NWA was. And then Vince was out here throwing, filling up stadiums. Like we went, I don't know if Kelly.
I do remember it.
Yeah. We were in Kansas City. We got to see Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy. Like he actually slammed him. You know what I'm saying? It's like Junkyard Dog. So this shit was crazy for, because I was probably, I had to be like 11 or 12
You were
times.
gonna say, I think I was like 4 or 5 if I remember right.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
I think it's funny how they showed like the dichotomy between what Vince did and what Eric Bischoff did.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like Vince was just taking people and just like, here he's a star, and then Bishop was like,
It was like,
here's a star, and Vince was like, oh, that was too much. He stepped over the line. I was like,
Yeah.
That's why I think Vince,
I
think Vince is not all there, man. Like
Like,
either
bro,
that or he's
most
kind of
of the
deluded.
time-
He's not.
most of the time, like shiesty people, they'll be able to rationalize when they do something dirty. But then if you do the exact same thing to them, they will, play the victim. So that's just a narcissistic, character trait. Because he really was like I just saw a video like yesterday, and they were talking about, and I knew this as a kid, how Hulk Hogan stole a lot of his like swag from superstar Billy Graham. Y'all remember
Oh yeah,
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Didn't he talk about him in the doc?
nah, not in that
no,
guy.
they didn't mention him.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like a whole lot of that brother, like trying to talk like a black dude, like the muscle, like all that stuff. It was like, but again, at that time, so many people were stealing from other people because there was a dude named Tommy Rich. I don't know if y'all remember.
Yeah, I know who Tommy Rich is.
Yeah, Tommy Rich was like the Ric Flair before Ric Flair, like before Ric Flair took on that persona, and then Ric Flair took it and definitely did it better.
Yeah,
Rick stole from Gorgeous George too, though.
Yeah, he
elevated.
was stealing from everybody. It's like, ooh, that works. Let's try that.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's like, I was in, Texas, and so I'm about to go to New York, and nobody knows what they're doing in Texas. So if I act like this, if I bring what this dude in Texas is doing in New York, they're gonna think I'm the first dude doing it because they don't know what this dude is like.
Yep.
It was a lot easier to do that then compared to now, where it's like, what? If you act like somebody or do something, if you copy anybody now, like you're getting called out in like seconds. Like first 3 comments are gonna be like boom, boom, boom. Like,
And they were doing so like I remember the WrestleMania. Which one was it? 3 where Hulk Hogan wrestled Andre the Giant, and they were billing it like Andre had never been slammed before.
Yeah.
That he was undefeated, all that stuff. And then you go back and they got all this footage in the 70s of people slamming him.
They get slammed over and over again.
So they just constantly would like just rewrite and like change the story. Like,
because literally
You
they
can't do that now, though.
however they wanted to paint the picture.
Yeah.
Like,
You can't
if
do
people
that
aren't
now.
doing it, like you hear a lot of the wrestlers who talk about like some of Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels like better matches, like only the house matches people seen. Like some of the televised ones, like that people are like legendary that are dope today, they did like 20 ones that were like better than that.
Yeah,
That
Mhm.
only a handful of people got to see, which is crazy.
yeah.
Think about.
I thought it was crazy when what's her name, Stephanie, when they were like, you regret anything that you ever did, and she's like, nah, I was down for all of it. I was like, all of it?
All of it?
Damn.
She said there were a few things. That
She said there was one thing. She says one thing they asked her to do and she wasn't going to do, but everything else she was cool with it.
She said one of the things that she pointed out was the storyline about her and her dad.
Yeah, that was
But
that he could come up with that. That's crazy to me, man.
Yeah,
Like, I know wrestling crazy.
Here's the thing. Here's the other thing. You're the main one in control, and you are nonstop kissing all the baddies. You're grabbing all the ass.
All of
Like,
it.
and you're writing it. It'd be different if other people were writing it. Like,
Right, and you just had to.
Yeah, act it out.
Like the fact that you're right, like you're in head, you're like, you know what today we're gonna do?
he have to do the
Sexual
work.
harassment.
And everybody's just like,
That dude had Jim Ross kiss his own behind, dude. Like that.
Yeah.
That's
I remember
crazy.
I had already bowed out by that time. Like,
Yeah, I was
when it
already
started
done.
getting weird. I was
That's
like,
crazy to me,
yeah.
man. When I think of all the things, because like I was watching some of them clips, like, dog, how did they get away with
the only
this?
thing I will say about that man for real though, he ain't asking nobody to do nothing that he wouldn't do, bro. He was literally down. Like
I'll
if
give
it
him
helped
that credit.
business, we about to do it. What you want my daughter to do this? That hey, you about to do this. You want my like,
I'll give him that credit for sure.
And and Vince got his behind kicked a lot though. Like
he did.
It seemed like every week he was getting slammed.
Slam, yeah, like he.
I mean, it seemed like every week you'd see him. The show would end with him laying on his back.
oh yeah. One of my favorite Vince McMahon memories is like, I don't know, Tony, you might have seen this one. It was the Royal Rumble, and like he was walking down to the ring,
Yeah,
and like he blew out his quads
yeah.
walking down to the ring.
Yeah,
And so he got in the ring and he was supposed to be like, but he was sitting down in the ring with his legs out because he couldn't stand up. He's like telling them to start the match again. I was like, because I remember watching it like, what the hell happened to him?
yeah.
And steroids.
That's my
man.
favorite, man.
Steroids get to doing
Get
things
going.
in your body you ain't want them to do.
Hey, he ain't denied that he used them either. He was like,
Nah,
I mean, hell, I
he
used
Oh
them.
man, everybody.
Everybody was using them. Then they made it illegal.
I thought it was funny that, and I didn't notice. Like the one thing I didn't know is that he told Hogan to tell the truth when because remember the part he was talking about
the
Hogan was on the
steroid thing?
Arsenio
I
Hall
was
show.
like, I gotta give him credit for that.
Yeah, and he was like, tell the truth, don't lie. And Hogan lied. Hogan's a D-bag. I swear to God.
Yeah, bro. If
Damn.
anything, it made me look at Hogan's kind of side. I mean, like I already knew. Like obviously, you already know. Like you can tell, and the stuff that's been exposed. Like he's not a good person. But like I'm watching that documentary. Like man, he's a sucker for real.
He was, like,
You know, put him on your team. He's somebody you don't want on your. He's them dudes that everybody talks about. Like they be the closest ones to you. You look at Vince, look over at
But
Hogan,
he did when he testified. He did.
He
know,
did
like,
he
Yeah.
redeemed himself a little bit.
that was, I feel like they probably had that worked out behind the scenes already.
well, no, who, him and Vince?
Yeah,
Oh, you think wow.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it was a call. Like
It was
when
one
P.
of those,
Diddy
like-
calls.
Yeah.
When them P. Diddy
Like
calls,
money,
hey man,
right?
let me talk to you. They're gonna ask you some questions tomorrow.
Man,
Like,
You did not answer any of them.
you not have to bring Diddy in this, bro.
Oh man.
We gotta bring Diddy into everything, no Diddy.
No, you don't.
Literally, no pity.
Nobody has to
like,
bring Diddy. in this.
that's crazy, man. That joint was crazy. I was like, wow, okay, Hogan, I give you credit for that, but you diamond out Jesse Ventura, man. That was too much. for me.
Oh, dang. Danny comes on and then I get my face covered up.
I'm about to fix it, man.
That's
Relax.
crazy.
Relax.
Boo! This man
Danny
75 minutes late.
You can put me in the
Come on,
corner.
Danny.
He was,
Nobody put Danny in the corner.
Danny said, "I love my kids. I don't care about
Hey.
y'all."
5-star in the building. Search for Sadaka in the building. Hey, we got lumberjacks coming. We got more heat and more strong coming. Hey, we out here working, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Half these people here about to be at New York Comic Con in a week.
I ain't gonna be there.
Not me.
I'm gonna be there.
I'll be there for one day.
I know. Greg probably is.
Y'all get me for one day. And I ain't even selling books. I'm just gonna be there.
All right, let's
Order
see.
so I can start working on the graphic, please.
Hey, shut up.
I mean, you just got here, bro.
I know. My guy came on the show.
Hey.
Nigga, hurry up. Hey,
I think
you're 30 minutes late.
You gonna
Anyway.
get 5 minutes to get all the pictures and everything lined
I
up.
ain't even finished. I ain't even ate yet. And anyway, Kelly, since it is your first time on the show, I'm going to let you decide which names I type in where in this randomizer before I get randomized.
Okay,
We
all
all
right,
know
cool.
who's getting number one.
All right.
Hey, listen, I don't know nothing. All I'm doing is typing. Okay.
I already know I'm getting.
Are we going? We're in the randomizer, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let me share the screen, and then you decide what I type in. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll hit randomize, and then that's gonna be our draft order.
All right. So since Danny was late, he's first.
Bet. All right.
No, I ain't getting number one now. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's a guarantee.
I'm gonna go with Morgan. I'm gonna want you go second.
I don't know if that's bad or good.
Tony third.
All right.
Greg
Now
fourth.
Now you're making an Oreo.
Me fifth. And Javon's last.
What the hell did I do?
Man, Javon he about to end up with first just because
Javon's gonna be second. I'll be
it's some
first.
bug crap. All right. So
Let's see.
All right, here we go.
Everybody's
Go on
looking.
and do it.
all right, here randomize.
I want the
Here's
first.
our order.
Dang.
Oh my
Hey,
god!
what the
Dang.
hell, man? What is that? I can't even see, man.
It's too small. You got to do it over.
I just see me last.
Yeah, right.
All right, Danny,
Yeah, right.
Kelly.
Y'all gonna do Tony like this for real, man?
Hey, I didn't do it.
Cool, man.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
Despicable.
I got the screen blown up on my side, so I don't.
This is the one time I did not want the first pick.
Yeah, this
I
is
did not
bull
want-
crap, bro.
Go ahead, Danny. Pick Hulk Hogan, man. Go on and pick Hulk Hogan, Danny.
First, Danny.
I got
Bro,
it.
the fifth pick. That's-
Okay, so wait, really quick. Let me make sure I got some rules.
Ah, damn.
Put it in the chat.
we didn't go
I
over
got
this.
you. I got you.
Okay, so the
Single
rules are
wrestlers who we feel like could carry our company.
yes.
Yes.
These are your
No
main
tag
events.
teams, no none
No
of that.
tag
No
teams.
tag teams. It
Gotta
could be
be
male or
solos.
female.
Male or female?
Male or female, living or dead.
Okay.
Yes, got it. The major rule that we asked about was do they have to be solo acts, and that because, like I said, it was on Javon because the vote fell to Javon's idea. So they have to be solo acts.
Solo acts, people.
Living.
I feel like there's got to be one stipulation.
Okay.
And I know I'm a guest.
Yeah. Hey.
I feel like the people that bailed out of wrestling early, they ain't really got a lot of female wrestlers that they probably know. I feel like we got to at least have one female wrestler on our list.
I'm okay with that.
I don't know any. I mean, I know a couple, but I can do that. I'm fine with that.
Greg.
But I love the ladies, but I ain't planning for that.
Are we doing a vote?
So,
Hey, do we
I
vote?
just said that for I knew I could get an idea of who was gonna pick females. So now I know that if I ain't got to, then I ain't going to.
We can save the ladies for another draft if you want. Y'all want to do that?
Put one in this one. I mean, I'm fine with that.
It's up to y'all, man. I
I
can
mean,
go
if we
either. I can
mandate,
do
we
either.
need to mandate that we have an Asian. We need
At
to have
least
an
one.
African American.
A tag
We need
team.
a
No,
Latino.
all right, just leave it be. Then.
Yeah.
Leave it
All
be.
right, I'm listening. It ain't my
Yeah,
fault.
like you're.
We need
Yeah.
one-
If we
one
go
master
if we go to that extent, then we definitely would have to be.
Tony, yeah.
Tony crying.
Especially
me and
since
Tony
we built
leave,
the company.
man.
Especially since we built the company, we definitely should have been like, okay, you got to get like 2 solo wrestlers. You got to get Like, no, you know what? If we had really thought about it, we should have said you have to have a baby face, you have to have a heel, you got to have a tag team, you got to have.
I wouldn't answer that text message about it being on this.
I would need some Adderall.
Greg would be like, "Yeah, I got a meeting tonight. I can't make
Right.
this show."
Hey, listen. Hey, I mean, that's the way to make it complicated.
Look what just came up.
Overly complicated, man.
All right,
Y'all want to start? Do y'all want to start now, or y'all got?
Nah,
I
Danny.
mean, I feel like we didn't, mention one thing.
Okay.
That needs to be mentioned.
Go ahead.
Oh,
A couple of nights ago, LeBron James Jr. jumped on the court with his father.
Hey, damn, Greg's signal just went
out
like that.
That's a level of disrespect we can't have, right?
How did he end up? What happened?
I feel like
Go check your Wi-Fi, man.
What happened to the screen?
I'm so sorry,
working.
man. Your Wi-Fi went out.
That was wild. How did that happen? On the
I don't
screen just now.
I can't even believe that just happened. I mean,
That
you
was-
might want
that
to check your
was
Wi-Fi. Your
Hey,
signal is
This
weak.
is the first time ever, man.
You got to look into that. You got to look
I
into
care
that.
about no doggone LeBron James and Bronny James. Nobody care.
Bro,
The Laker fans. That's the only people that care.
the world cares, sir.
That's clearly not true.
Good for LeBron.
That's a bigger story than the.
Why?
the
Ain't gonna do
returning
nothing but
champs.
be a what? A 7th
Nobody's talking
seed?
about the returning champs, except for that one of them
Don't
didn't get
worry
to play
about
in
it.
the
We
Olympics,
we
and the other one didn't get to play in the
Mm.
Olympics.
I see you was watching the game.
Do you have?
Which
You see
game?
how
All
this
right,
is watching
I saw you watching the game in Abu Dhabi. That's
Hey,
all
it's
right.
supposed
I'm a
to
basketball
time for
junkie,
me to know
man.
things
Yeah,
again.
I heard how disrespecting Jason Tatum was.
Y'all,
talking
that's
about-
all right. They done fueled the fire, man. Y'all about to get mud stomped. The league
Who?
mud stomped. Just like y'all got mud stomped last year.
Hey, don't play me.
The whole league got mud stomped.
Man,
The boys lost 3 games in the playoffs.
You know
who
why?
they played? They
Yeah,
played
that's
don't
what I'm
matter.
saying. You can't let
Everybody else
Boston
has
people have good,
superstars
nice
out there.
It
things, man.
matters not. It matters not.
This
who
why
they
you
play.
can't. This
You're
why
right.
you can't let Boston folks have nice things.
I'm sorry,
man.
Morgan. You're saying what now?
I said this why you can't
Whoa,
let
whoa,
Boston
wait.
folks have nice
Wait,
things.
you did what now?
I'm
Danny,
sorry.
what did
The-
Morgan do?
The preseason started already.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
we talking about-
his-
yeah, I
his-
know
his-
things now. Don't try
Oh,
to
you
play
know
me.
things? Okay.
Yes,
tell
yeah, I know
me
things
more
now.
about what you know so we
My
can
boy
make
back
fun of
now,
you later.
bro. My
know
boy
things.
back
Tell
now.
me
We
more.
in here.
Tell me more. Tell
We
us
in
more.
here, cuz.
My boy
Oh,
back, yo.
We're gonna find out when they playing.
This 2025.
Yeah, this is a whole new
2025.
season. I don't
Make
care
another,
what
please
happened
make
last
another
year.
bet. We need
Don't nobody
some
care
good
about what happened
content.
last year.
We need some good content.
Who cares? Congratulations.
Yeah, you're
Most
right.
definitely.
You're gonna congratulate us all year, right up to another championship.
I most
and
certainly
then
will
y'all
not.
gonna just be sitting there.
You got your congratulations already. I gave you.
You're
your
gonna be sitting here talking about Bronny James
I gave
going into
you
his sophomore
silence.
season. Don't nobody care.
I gave you congratulations. I gave you silence. I gave you humility. All that's over. with.
Really?
Yeah.
He said it's over.
None of
Oh,
that
that's
Who you
sounds
running
like
with this
Morgan.
year, Morgan?
Not
Huh?
damn one of them things.
Who you running with this year? You
Yeah,
got
who your
Saturday?
team this year?
You know what it is.
I don't. That's what I'm asking.
You racist. You racist.
You be flip-flopping, boy.
You right.
Like I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Help me to
you.
help you.
You
You
racist,
be
man.
flip-flopping, bro. I
This
can't.
man, this man, you have a whole team in your state, and you gonna sit here and
That's not
tell
a
about
team.
you a
Man,
doggone
you ain't got-
Dallas
you-
Mavericks.
That's
fan.
not a team.
Man,
That's
you
a
get
feeder
to promote
program.
states. You don't
What?
live in freaking
I don't.
Massachusetts.
We don't have a team.
Yeah, shut up.
I cheer for the Connecticut Sun. That's all we got. That's all we got. I don't
Speaking
know what
of
to tell
that,
you.
are they?
I'm sorry,
Good,
man.
Daryl. What's good? What's good,
That's why
Sean?
y'all don't deserve no team, man. Hey, man, be safe out there in
Dang,
Florida.
bro. Hey, please tell me you left, Sean. Please tell me you're not in
Please.
your crib. Are you in? Are you close to Tampa?
You said it's no joke. I got a couple friends in Orlando that was trying to get out of there.
I would hope that everybody who's in the path of that joint left.
Yes,
because
please. Be
Category
safe.
5 is nothing whatsoever to play with at all.
Javon, speaking of the Sun, you need to root harder. They getting their head clapped.
Are we getting beat?
Dang,
It's about to be over, man.
that's what you get for all that boss.
What quarter?
It's almost halftime.
Oh man, it's halftime.
Yeah, but they're not they're not an explosive offensive team.
I mean, the Liberty got it. It's a wrap.
I don't know, man. I think Minnesota plays a challenging brand of basketball.
Oh, look at that. It's only now they only down 14.
They do, but
Look, man.
they do,
It's
but
only 14
Living-
in that at the half.
Sean,
I got a
please be
question.
safe,
I
bro.
got a question. I got a question
Seriously.
for y'all for the WNBA. Who y'all got as the WNBA GOAT? Y'all got Asia or Candace?
GOAT of all time.
Right now, it's got to still be Candace.
Wait,
you
all
can't
time
say
or
all
right
time?
now?
All time?
Cheryl Swoops.
I got
So,
Cynthia Cooper.
I mean, you could
Cynthia
bring Maya
Cooper.
Moore up in this
Cynthia
boat.
Yeah,
Cooper
Maya
is who
Moore.
is the first name that
Cynthia,
comes to mind.
Maya. I can put Cheryl.
Hey, Nadia.
in, and then I definitely would put Candace in there and Diana Taurasi.
Dang.
But I
Okay.
don't like. It's hard to say because it depends. Like Cynthia, you got to think she came in old. She
Yeah.
was older. She wasn't supposed to be. They didn't put her in as like their highlight. Their highlight athletes was Dawn Staley, Rebecca Lobo,
Yeah.
Cheryl Swoops, and then Cynthia came in and murdered everybody, and they won what, like 3-4 championships in a row, and I'm pretty sure they was like, hey, can you go away? So
Going to
this league can be
retire. Going to
competitive?
retire.
Because you're just a monster. So, like, I think with her, like, imagine if she would have been able to come out of college and play in the W. You know what I'm saying?
But you could say the same about Maya Moore though. She cut her career short. She was
But,
dominating.
yeah, but we saw what we needed. We saw 8 years of
I'm
like,
just saying though, like she
dominance.
there's more.
Yeah.
There was more there though. Like she
No,
cut her
no,
career
that- like,
short.
she-
But
still
Cynthia
could be
was
playing now.
still
I'm
that
just
person
saying,
even after coming
we
in
were
late.
able to see her young.
No, I agree. I'm not saying it
yeah.
can't be one or the other. I'm just,
No,
I like Maya
just,
Moore, man.
I just think the difference is we were able to see Maya as a baby come in,
Yeah.
just like we did with Candace, where Cynthia was like in her
Right.
like late 30s when she came in. So, and she was dominant.
And
She
we
was
still
the
got
Jordan of the league.
you still got to take into account what's her name? She never even got to play in the WNBA.
We're talking about Cheryl Miller.
Yeah.
Greg
Yeah.
said Cheryl. Like Cheryl would be.
Oh, I didn't hear Cheryl. I didn't hear
he's-
Cheryl.
Greg, I thought I heard him say Cheryl.
Yeah, like that's a great what if right there, man.
Yeah, and there were others too, man.
Oh yeah, man. I'm looking forward to next season. It's going to be real interesting. I'm glad they're getting they shine. I'm glad they're bringing more teams.
Yeah.
That's
So only one
definitely-
team next.
I thought
year.
it was 2.
No, next year it's just the Golden State team, and then the year after is going to be Toronto and Portland. So they announced Toronto and Portland this year.
Why'd they wait?
I mean, it's the same thing. They announced Golden State last year. So
No, I'm saying why are they waiting for the other 2 to come in?
it's the same thing. You probably got to get your infrastructure built. So they award this, these people a team. Now we're giving you a year to get your infrastructure, get everything built the way you need it. So hopefully they can go right into, to like playing. It's going to be interesting this year to see what they do with this Golden State team.
Yeah, I mean they got 2 great players coming in from college next year. So
Which one are you talking about? Paige?
Paige and
Juju.
I can't remember. Juju.
Juju's a babe. Juju's
a sophomore this year.
I thought Juju's coming in next year.
I thought so it's not 2 years for women.
I
It's
thought it
4?
was 2 years.
No, they're making them do 4.
Oh, okay.
They
I
gotta do
thought it was 2.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
But
hey,
Juju, who by the answer to the question I asked Danny the other day, and he responded to, who's managed by by Rich Paul, and because she was on, they had her on a clip saying LeBron is the GOAT, and Danny was like, I wonder what made her say that, and I was like, her agent. She graduated with Bronny.
yeah, get
Like,
the freak
they're-
out of
He in
here.
the background,
They
like
they went to the same high school. We got pictures of them at their
he in the background, like
Not to mention everyone knows.
right.
You're just being honest.
No,
I mean, if that's her truth,
You just
She a
speak to the
baller,
truth.
man.
That's it.
she's a baller, though. I tell you that much.
A smart individual. That's all it is. She's an intelligent young lady.
Man, go where the money,
Please.
rock with who's paying you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Rule number 1.
since the association is starting up, like what, 2 weeks, right? This is
Yeah,
22nd,
like the last week of
yeah. Who y'all got coming? I'ma just not the champ. Who you got coming out of East and West? That's my question.
We gonna be so ass.
Who said the Lakers?
Please don't say. Danny, come on now, be real here.
Who said the Lakers?
I don't give a damn. The Lakers, baby.
Y'all done made my guy curse. God
The
dang it.
Lakers is coming out of the West, baby.
Oh God.
I believe in my squad.
You sound like
Stop it, Danny.
Gilbert Arenas.
Stop it right now.
That's what you
So, so
That's not a good. That's not somebody you want to sound like, man.
I don't know. You got to give me a week to see what Minnesota does.
That's not what
How
it
they
is.
look.
You got to predict right now.
You think Minnesota? You think they're better without Carl? They're better with.
So me and Greg were talking about it the other day, and we had some of the same views. But like Julius is able to really draw a double team from anywhere, and he can pass the ball. And Greg brought up a good point. It might even help Rudy because you're gonna have to. You could, if Julius is on the post, Rudy might be. You know what I mean? There might
Julius
be
is a good passer, and so if he's attacking the post and drawing that double, you can just throw the ball up for Rudy because that's the only way he really going to score. But I feel like because Julius has some distributor in him, and that might be kind of what they need. Also, keep in mind, and this is I read an article. Naz Reid really emerged last year, and so they were looking from what I read. They were looking at it that Minnesota was looking at like we're not going to re-up Cat when he comes back. We already got his replacement here right now.
Wow.
So you get rid of Kim, you bring Julius in on I think this is the last year of Julius's contract, but expect to see Naz Reid get featured more. And I think he plays.
He earned it.
Oh yeah. So I think that was more of their thinking. Like if Julius works out, that's cool, but if not, we already got a horse. So, but I think that it's weird, man. The Clippers, I feel like they lost every chance they had. I watched them the other day.
They ain't doing nothing, man.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
Memphis will be back.
The Suns brought in a good coach.
I wouldn't even. I don't think that's a guarantee, man.
If Josh stays healthy with Edie there too, they're even more.
I think that's another thing. Like
although they're gonna miss
asking a lot for a rook.
They're gonna miss Dylan Brooks, but
they don't need a lot from him because they still got the big fourth grader.
Yeah, they still got
what?
Jaren Jackson.
Did you say the big fourth grader?
If you shoot like a fourth grader, I'm calling you a fourth grader. He's 7 feet tall.
I ain't never heard that before.
Tim Duncan called the big fundamental. Greg called him the big fourth grader.
I'm telling you, bro. Greg just be throwing.
Hey, Jason Tatum was about to get a nickname, but he's shooting it from here now instead of that punching thing that he does with the ball.
I just know the thing that I love about Memphis is that Memphis hoops with the attitude that. Remember before Golden State got Steph, and it was Monta Ellis and Steven Jackson and
Baron Davis,
Monta Ellis on that team.
That was Steven, Matt Barnes.
That team just Spreewell.
No,
Spreewell wasn't there.
No, was Baron there? Was Baron still there? Baron was Baron Davis.
Baron was there for some of
it. Yeah, Baron was there for some of it.
You know my problem with Memphis is without Ja, they were barely competitive.
They were tanking though.
You think they were tanking?
I don't think that was.
They were tanking.
You think they were tanking? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it like
that. Bane was playing every once in a while. Jaren Jackson wasn't playing. Like he was in and out of the lineup.
The big fourth grader was going to school.
Yeah, no, they had a whole bunch of like G League players on the court last year.
Yeah, I didn't feel like they were playing everybody like they should have been. It was almost like you could. In my mind, it looked like they were just on the court to finish the season.
I'm not saying they're gonna be bad. I think they're gonna be good because they were good with Ja
And with
Morant.
Ja, they're
But they
great.
gotta be different.
tough, though.
Yeah.
You
Ja,
gotta remember, Crazy
It's
Man is
tough
gone,
though. That's
and
the
Crazy
way.
Man was responsible for a lot of their
Crazy.
toughness. Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're
Well,
gonna
they still
miss
got
him.
Marcus Smart, don't they? That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that's like a
I
better
mean-
version of Dylan Brooks.
I think
Dylan can
Yeah,
guard more positions, in my opinion.
Wait, what now?
Dylan can guard bigger guys.
Yeah, Dylan can guard bigger guys. than
Okay,
Smart
time out, guys. Let's stop. Marcus Smart can guard bigger guys like Dylan Brooks. He's a better defender than Dylan Brooks.
I'm not saying he's not I would say overall Smart is a better defender, but for what they need, you already got a small guy that's going to be on the court.
Oh, you talking about height wise?
Yeah, I'm saying like for their
Okay.
team.
I was gonna say like
You know, it's
the
like-
capacity to do so. I think
No,
Mark,
I
I
wasn't
think he
saying,
can do everything Dylan can do.
I wasn't saying Dylan
Yeah,
Brooks
no,
was a
but-
better
but
defender.
if
on
you're
ball.
just
I'm
talking
about
just
size.
purely height, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
talking
you need
about
a
size.
guy. You need guys that can guard 3s and 4s.
Yeah,
And Brooks
Marcus
could do
has messed with 3s and pestered them, but it's not the same as like
No,
No,
I've seen
he
him.
can-
No, he
If
can
you're a
guard.
ba-
He
if-
can guard
if you're a
fives, dude.
basic 4, he can guard you too.
I've seen him
Like,
guard fives.
Yeah, but I mean 5s are ass in the NBA today.
Yeah, I mean that's
So,
not even a
Yo,
thing anymore.
You got like
Greg
3
woke
nights.
up
where
and
you
chose
gotta-
violence, man. God, dog.
You got 3 nights where you got
He
to
got
really
smoke for
worry.
everybody.
And then the other nights
Damn.
you just be like, whatever.
The West, you got Denver. Down. I don't even know about. I mean, Denver's always going to be Denver because of Jokic.
Uh,
What?
don't throw OKC out like they're not like
they
that.
brought
OKC
they brought my boy Russ in.
Don't throw OKC out
I
like they're
seen
not
one
like that. They
preseason
are.
game and I
Who
was
is
like,
it?
yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Memphis. So you said Dallas.
Dallas, Memphis.
So you think? All right,
Denver.
seriously though, Morgan, you
Oklahoma?
think Dallas is the overwhelming? You think they're the favorite in the
They
West?
could be. They could be. I mean,
They should be.
yeah.
On paper they look good, but if
It's
Luka
them and
don't
OKC?
make changes, then they just gonna fizzle.
It's them and OKC.
I think OKC about to shock some people, man. I think
think
they got
OKC
the
is a problem.
experience now, man.
Yeah, but they
I
still
know.
don't have enough. Like when everything breaks down, and you got like 2 guys that can like do wild shit, and you like, I think they're still young and inexperienced. I'm gonna tell y'all who to watch out for, and that's the Suns.
No.
Absolutely, it's the Suns. If they if they stay healthy, they got a real coach now
I
who
believe it when I see it.
specializes in coaching offense.
I believe it when I see it. What's good, nephew?
Like
can't
seriously, I mean, they were beating people.
Say
last
hi,
year
everybody.
Playing rec ball.
Say hi. He can hear y'all now.
He said I'm not saying hi. I'm just waiting.
All right, get out.
These people are beneath me.
Man, we went to go see. Total change of subject. We went to go see the Wild Robot.
It was good, right?
All right. Okay. All right. Can I tell the story? Okay. All right.
He got excited about that thing.
Awesome. Right. So we did Transformers 1 week, and then we did Wild Robot the second week. Those are some darn good movies, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna watch Transformers when it comes out.
He was
I've been waiting for Romulus to come out
at the Wild Robot.
I can't wait.
And
Wow, robot.
I was like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "These are happy tears." I was
Oh
like,
wow,
"Yeah, man!" Like the Wild Robot hit him like
it's a
that.
beautiful movie. Man.
It is though. It is.
Yeah.
I think Lupita was amazing in The Quiet Place.
She's always amazing.
Wait, Lupita is the robot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh snap! I didn't know that.
I'm like, somebody needs to give her an award this year.
No,
I know The Quiet Place
fantastic.
it's a horror kind of thing, so they usually don't get.
Oh, Buddy did good too though. The guy that Eddie Munster.
Yeah.
He was awesome too.
Yeah, they really
They carried that crap.
But I'm talking about nonverbal, like
Yeah, she was phenomenal. yo.
facial, like she was killing,
Agreed.
and she was good in The Wild Robot.
Oh wow!
And
I
then
didn't know
I
all these
accidentally
people
went
was
to go see that Joker
doing
movie.
this.
You had to say it was an accident, bro. What's wrong
It was
with
an
you?
accident. I had already seen everything I liked. Like,
You
at
saw a
least-
Wild Robot on accident? You said,
No,
No,
the
Joker.
Joker. The Joker.
"Man, I'll be damned if I waste a
I
dime of my money or a drop of my time."
I don't know why people are like that. Like, it's
I
just,
tried to
like,
I
if
tried
it
to
ain't
sit through the
good, I'm
first
not
one.
gonna die.
the
I
next
didn't like
time
the first one.
the next time I know for fact that I'm going to the movies would be to go see Gladiator. Outside of that, I'll probably wait on Transformers. I'll probably wait on Wild Robot.
Nah, Wild Robot's worth it.
Transformers
is worth it too, though. Transformers 1 was really good.
I've heard
that
only
was
good
really
things.
good, man. That was the movie
saying,
I've been waiting for.
There are movies that I immediately go in for, and there's movies that I do
Wild
not.
Robot though was definitely like it was a family movie, but it was like geared towards young kids though. Like DJ is what 13 now, and he said it was his favorite movie when he left. He said this is now my new favorite movie. Like it was that impactful for him.
Yeah. I was like drawing pictures about it in school. Like he loved
really
that movie, man. He asked me for toys. I'm like, I don't think they do toys for this movie.
I thought that they were like while I was watching it, I thought they were rushing it at first. Like I was like, dang, they're trying to force the emotion, like they're trying to force them together, but it worked. Like it worked. Everything that they did worked. It was really good.
Somebody else before we start drafting, and you got the graphic straight, or all right? So before we start the draft, somebody else has got to get an award for their performance this year. Freaking Colin Farrell, Penguin.
Oh man, that's
Let me tell you something, buddy. That joint tough. Okay, like and he's been incredible in that series. Everybody's been good. But
I ain't watched it yet.
It's hard to tell that it's even him, bro. Like I know it's him, so I can see it every time. But like, if you legit didn't know who Colin Farrell was and watched it, you'd have no idea. Like,
I got one question though: is it supposed to be before Batman or after the Batman?
It's after the Batman.
It's after the Batman movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Falcone is dead.
How they do a whole movie? See, that's my thing. Like, I'm gonna watch it, but like, you gonna have a whole series about crime and Batman not show up one time?
You don't need Batman.
Yeah, man, he don't be stopping all the crime. If he stopped all the crime,
yeah, Batman can't stop all the crime.
At least stop the crime of the bad guy that was in the first movie. All right.
Yeah,
I'm nitpicking.
He in and out, man.
Bro.
They might, pop him up at a certain point. They showed Harvey Dent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna try and watch it.
I haven't watched it yet, but
it's been fantastic, bro.
I'm gonna try and watch it Friday.
I'm actually taking my time on it.
My favorite DC villain.
Penguin?
Yeah. He holds it down for the short, fat dudes. I rock with him.
Well, I'm like, I can't think of a Penguin that's been better. Like,
it's incredible.
Did you see his feet, bro? Did you see the right foot? Whew.
It's crazy.
Whoever did that needs an award.
I'm telling you, it is.
Right,
it is.
Y'all talking more about it. I feel
really,
like
really good.
Ryan said, "Let's go." I think Ryan's ready for the draft.
Yeah, I know. We don't want to mess up Danny.
No, I think he's hyped because we're talking about Penguin.
Oh, well, that would be cool too.
Like also, Mike has been forced to have to watch Midnight Mass.
I can't wait.
I cannot.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait.
I was telling him about that show too, man.
Can't wait.
I know, Tony. I'd be tagging you on them. Just I'm trying to tell this guy it's literally one of the best series of our time. But it is anyway. I'm excited. I hope that the thing I'm most excited about is because he's gonna watch it and be like, "Oh, this wasn't that bad."
Yeah.
So, but anyway, and that's supposed to be start Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday at 10. He's gonna be watching. I'm definitely gonna.
I've heard good things about that show.
It's a good show. Danny, you would like it. It's really about like spirituality and stuff, man.
What I'm gonna say is there's one lady in the series that's scarier than anything else in the series.
Please don't start, Tony. Please don't. We see. Please don't.
See, Tony, I be telling them, but they don't listen to me. You know what I'm saying?
Villain. That's a villain. There's like 12 of them in every
villain. I'm trying to. It's okay. It's okay.
Please don't get him started.
I'm done.
It's true though. Is it not true?
All right, y'all ready?
This man be putting that character in every freaking.
I'm ready if you're ready.
I feel like my
quick.
parents made a mistake and gave me the wrong name, so I'm gonna call myself Kelly. for this weekend. This week, and
I feel
One Burnham is
disrespected. I'm
interchangeable.
pissed. I feel disrespected. I'm pissed.
All right, here we go.
All right, y'all.
Top 5 wrestler draft for your promotion. All right.
I already gave y'all my name for my company. It is All Star Wrestling Entertainment, AWE. And for my number 1 pick, there's only 2 people in my
All Star is 2 words.
What's your number 1 pick?
Is it? It's hyphenated in mine. It's
Bro, I'm
so y'all ass week.
All Star is 1 word. It's hyphenated.
We're going to see that ass week tonight. Y'all there?
So my number 1 pick, I have to take the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. So I gotta go with Dwayne The Rock Johnson with my number 1 pick.
Okay.
Because I might not get a black guy for the rest of the draft. I gotta get this one.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Man, that's
I feel like your choice has to be. I mean,
would you let him choose?
I just made
Right.
it.
What is
Oh, is are we ready for me?
Yes.
yeah.
No,
Stone Cold. Stone
Yeah,
Cold.
okay.
I
I was gonna say. I mean, good God.
I was getting ready to give y'all my wrestling company's name, but you know what?
Yeah,
Go
wait.
ahead. No, what's the name?
I was
It's
just
gonna be
gonna
worse than ass week.
Like
First
for
thing that
company,
came to my
took
mind
the dude that wanted. Damn.
What's the name? What's the name, Kelly?
Menace Wrestling Entertainment. I don't know. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
MWE. All right.
Mui. Mui.
So we got ass week. We got Mui.
What?
No, it's AWE.
What?
It's AWE, not A.
Javon, it's your go.
Bro, y'all going to see Wine tonight?
Oh, all right.
You didn't think those were gonna go. You thought
Ain't no way you
I
thought.
thought Danny was going to pick Hulk
Ain't no
Hogan.
way you thought those weren't gonna be
I
number
thought
one.
Danny was going to pick Hulk Hogan.
No,
like a
you
crazy
didn't. You
person.
didn't think
No,
that.
you didn't. No, you didn't.
Hey, you've done worse.
That's true.
Oh man, it's between 2 guys.
you just
Coco
made-
Beware.
If this is at their prime, I'm
Coco
gonna
Beware.
go the Undertaker.
Undertaker at 3. That's a good pick.
Can't hate on that at all.
Damn.
Gregory?
What's the name of your What's the name of your company though?
I'll
Javon?
think about it when I get to it. I'm
Yes,
still
we.
mad. I'm still mad.
Danny stole my name.
Pissed off
Ashley
wrestling.
was gonna be my
There
name. So we're working on a new name.
Pissed off wrestling. POW. Pow.
I like it.
Beautiful.
Yo,
I like that.
I like it.
Somebody write that down.
there you go.
I like
Damn. All right, Greg, it's on you, man.
You know I gotta be dramatic. So
I'm
y'all
gonna pick
really
Ultimate Warrior.
I know it's not the cool thing to do because the man might be a little bit racist, but it's wrestling, so a lot of my
little
fans be racist.
A little bit.
Hogan.
I'm gonna take the like world-renowned, like easily the most popular, most famous wrestler that ever lived.
Not
And he ain't
easily.
even the greatest.
Easily.
But,
I don't know if it's easily, but it's close.
What about easily?
Hulk Hogan made wrestling commercial, dog. Like,
The Rock is. I would say The Rock has
Rock is
usurped
definitely-
that.
no.
The
The
Rock.
Rock. Hulk
Y'all were-
Hogan has not had the success
For Impact, I think you got to give it to
at
Hulk.
this point.
Impact,
their careers.
Impact, you got to give it to Hulk.
Oh,
like what he made wrestling.
For
You don't think
Impact,
The Rock
you have
made
to give it to
wrestling
I
Hulk.
don't
cool
feel
again?
like we should argue that.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't like Hulk is
like
the guy.
commercialism. He that guy.
For
There's an
Impact, you
argument
have
that
to
could be
give it
made,
to
Thank
but
you.
Hulk
Thank you,
is the
Sean.
dude.
Y'all like 6 years old at the time. So.
that's right.
Man,
Until
shut up,
The Rock and Stone Cold came along.
We know you
Yeah.
old, man. God.
All right. So since Hulk's off
Wise.
the board, and I know I got Tony behind me, and I know he is a
I know who
aficionado
Tony
of
is.
wrestling. I feel like 2 people I want are going to be gone, so I have
Morgan's
to
pick is JBL.
take Ric Flair off
The Haiti kid.
Uh,
Morgan picks X-Pac.
Yeah, right.
I thought he was
So
gonna
it's
go
my
with
turn
Gold
now?
Dust. I thought he was gonna go with
You
Gold
gonna pick Conan? Conan.
Hey, don't play Gold Dust, bro.
I
Don't
gotta
play.
Right,
go
don't,
with,
don't.
Dust.
Oh,
I gotta
man.
go with the Heartbreak Kid.
I knew
Shawn
it.
Michaels.
I
I
knew
freaking knew
exactly
it.
who he was picking. I knew exactly who Tony
Hey,
was
I'm the clapback kid.
picking. I knew exactly who Tony
Shawn
was
Michaels.
picking.
Let's go.
It's some bull crap.
It was between him and him and Taker, man. I had to figure. I was trying to decide.
I gotta go Shawn Michaels.
All right, Tony. Tony, you got 6 and 7.
It's on you again, Tony. You got.
Wait,
two picks.
who did he pick for 6?
Shawn Michaels,
Shawn
HBK.
Michaels.
Just put HBK.
Yeah, HBK.
So y'all are throwing a lot of big names around, and I can
Oh
dig it.
boy.
But I gotta go with somebody for my second pick that can be a good heel, a good face, and is gonna put on a dope match no matter what. I'm going with Edge in his prime.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, Edge. All right.
Edge,
That's a
okay.
good match though. HBK.
like
and
Edge
Shawn
in his
Michaels.
prime, bro.
I
That's a
like
good
that.
one. I thought you were going somewhere else, but
I thought he was getting ready to go somewhere else too because I was gonna be
Yeah.
upset. But
I like
I'm
Edge.
going with Edge. I'm going with Edge in his prime.
That's a good
all
one.
right. Go ahead, Morgan. Morgan picks.
Triple H.
Yeah, I should have known that. I should have known that was coming.
The game.
It's time to play the game.
over here. Man,
Is it my turn?
If Greg don't pick my pick, I might actually get this at number 12. So let's see.
or I might take it at 11 because I see it in your eyes.
Nah, you don't. You don't see it. You
I
don't
can
see
see
it.
it in your eyes.
You don't see it.
All right, next up, per the Vince McMahon documentary, the greatest spectacle of all
Oh my
time.
God.
Andre the
In
Giant.
This
wrestling.
nigga
Zeus?
got
I
the
don't
oldest
even understand
ass
what y'all doing
roster.
You getting
Uh,
Zeus?
Huh? You talking about Debo?
Oh.
No,
That was
Debo got stomped out by Craig and them.
Nah,
No,
Greg is picking Karl Malone.
Andre the
That's who Greg
Giant.
is picking.
picking Andre the Giant.
That was
Got
it.
that
That was
right.
the pick.
Greg
That was
just
it.
picked Karl Malone.
Andre the
it.
Giant.
That was your pick, Danny?
That was it.
Oh damn.
Because
you are.
Danny knows what a legend is.
Nah, Andre the Giant is like you said, the greatest
Oh,
face
all right,
on the
let me
man.
see.
I'm trying to sell some tickets. The Rock and Andre the Giant would have been, hey, that's tickets right there.
Bro, that match would have been
So
slow
if
and boring.
we talk about selling
Exactly.
tickets, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
sell
with the
some tickets.
gentleman who right now is the biggest draw in wrestling, and that is Mr. Roman Reigns.
Oh man, I'm gonna get my pick at 11.
I
This is
respect it. I
awesome.
respect it.
Who you
That's
taking?
moving
Oh, is my
units
go?
right now.
Yeah, it's on you, Kelly.
Just leave it blank because you know you can't see me.
Ah,
That's a good one.
figured.
That's a good
Okay.
one. That's a good one.
Dang, Kelly got
That's a
two
good one.
bangers right there,
That's a
bro.
good one.
John Cena.
Y'all got some big names, but is it gonna keep people coming back?
Hey, my
Um,
dude
Bro, Ric
carried
Flair, don't do
WWE.
that.
Both of my guys carried WWE at any particular point in time.
It's true.
Taker could be heel, face.
Oh, you know
whatever.
what?
Like
Roman could
WWE
do the
doesn't
same.
stay in business without my guys.
I get
don't
two
know
picks.
what's-
Man, your guys
Yeah,
are
you
breaking
get
their
two
hit
picks.
after their first damn match.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, since I
Even
get
in their
two picks,
prime.
Pick the Haiti kid, Danny.
I'm gonna go with Macho Man Randy Savage
Damn,
Son of
a
a-
good pick.
right there,
You no good.
and then
Raggedy.
Oh yeah.
I thought we were friends.
not today. And then I think I want to go with more. He got the Heartbreak Kid. I'm gonna go with
I got mine.
Dang, this is tough.
I feel like I'm gonna get back to my next pick. I'm excited. I feel like it's gonna get back to me.
I feel like the buzzer's about to go off on Danny.
Wait, he
I
got
know.
the.
Come on now.
I want to go with. Should I go with? I want to go with
Yes.
Bret Hart. I'm gonna go with Bret Hart.
Okay.
Damn.
The
Okay.
Hitman.
Good pick.
I'm gonna go
All
with
right.
Bret Hart.
Great pick.
I'm
Great
gonna go with
pick.
Bret Hart.
Great
right.
pick.
Is he
I
the
know.
best pure wrestler on the list so far?
Yeah.
Brett,
I
Rick,
believe so.
Rick and HBK and
Yeah, but Brett was.
Brett was the
Yeah,
guy.
Brett's legendary, but I got Ric Flair.
Rick was up there, dude.
I'm
Rick,
just
I'm
and
talking about
HBK,
pure wrestling.
Yeah.
Like not
Ric
provided-
Flair.
man. HBK.
Rick was great.
HBK.
Ric Flair.
Who you got, Kelly?
All right, Kelly, it's on you.
All right. I'm gonna do it because I liked him as a wrestler, but I'm gonna go with Mankind.
Okay,
Okay,
Mick
Good
Foley.
pick.
all right.
Good pick.
Hey, he was
Is that
entertaining.
Cactus Jack?
Strong pick.
Yep.
Strong pick.
All right.
Mick Foley?
Depending on which one he show up as.
Sock puppet, fall down the ring and swallow my teeth.
One, pick the Haiti Kid. I know one of y'all is going to take him. That's what I'm picking next.
All
I
right,
don't remember who
he's
did.
So
I hate
If we
being number five.
doing-
I'm not capping.
if we doing spectacles,
Oh,
again, this gentleman,
Are you gonna get the same speech on every pick?
you damn right.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
Yeah,
That's what I
we
do.
doing spectacle.
All right. I'm sorry. Don't be mad. Don't hate.
I'm not hating.
All
I
right.
already
So
know
I'm
who
gonna go with Mr. Suplex City himself, Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
That's
Mr. Non
That's a good one.
wrestler.
Man, if I get my next
You
pick
really
at 23,
not talking. You really
telling
not
y'all now,
talking,
if I
Danny,
get my
about
next pick at
non-wrestling. You
23,
got Macho Man on your list. Come on now.
my next
Well-
pick at 23, if I get him, 26 is gonna blow everybody's mind.
Okay.
we don't believe you.
Gregory,
Is it my turn?
Yes.
it's on you, buddy.
All right. Well, I will jump in here.
He wants Lex Luger.
I honestly,
Hey,
didn't
I used to
think-
love
Hey,
Lex.
Lex Luger.
Lex is
The
my
I
Torture
honestly
favorite.
didn't think that he
Lex
would
can't
still
move
be
Luger.
here.
The
at
torture
this
rack.
point,
Come on
That's
now.
all he could do.
Who
but
you
he's
think
still
about?
here, so I'm gonna take Sting.
Ah!
There it is. There it is.
I was
That's
hoping
what I
they
thought.
wouldn't make. I was hoping
That's
this
what I
dude would let
thought
it go.
Javon was about to take. I thought
I got a
Javon-
feeling Tony gonna take my guy, man. Tony's about to ruin it for everybody.
Tony better not
Greg,
take
I-
my guy, man.
Sting was next on my list.
Greg, I love you and I hate you too. Oh my God, that's terrible.
You get to pick twice.
No, I don't. All right.
Oh no, you don't. My bad.
Y'all don't like black people?
I have to go. I have
Greg
to.
wants
All
to
right,
choose
so
our
What's going on?
I keep telling people to take the
Oh,
80
true.
kids.
What's going on right now?
Hey man, Roman Reigns is blackish.
I am going.
He's slightly colored.
Now, Ric Flair, Triple H. I gotta have somebody that can go against Triple H.
The Haiti Kid.
Bring intensity.
Pick hardcore Holly.
Bring intensity. Bring a match. Bring a fire. Give me Bill Goldberg.
DDP.
Bill Goldberg.
Goldberg, good pick. Good pick.
Give me Bill
Goldberg was a beast for a
Goldberg.
minute, man.
Give me
He
Bill
was only
Goldberg.
a beast
buddy.
though because they didn't have give many speaking lines.
That
He
man
didn't
can't
do
Yeah, he
nothing.
was just tackling him.
I knew it was gonna be some gold in this list.
All right, I got
He was
two.
gonna
I got
take either
two.
Goldberg or Gold Dust, one or the other.
I think he said the name wrong.
I'm gonna give my WCW some love, and I'm gonna go with DDP. Diamond
DDP,
Dallas.
I just said it. DDP,
Nice.
good job, good pick.
Nice.
Son of a-
DDP.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna put a new school cat in there and go with Seth Rollins.
Seth
Okay.
Rollins, okay.
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 Hey, my favorite Goldberg story is when William Regal was like, they told me to go out and wrestle with this man for 4 minutes. And after about a minute, I realized I was getting nothing out of him. So I just beat the crap out of him for the next 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's great. They think, man, I couldn't imagine Goldberg was out there hurting cat.
And it's crazy.
That's
Funny
why I have
story.
to have him.
Funny story. I met him once, and I can honestly tell you, I'm just as tall as he is, but he's as wide as a beer aisle. That's how
That's a
big.
big dude, man.
Big
That's,
dude.
that's a big dude.
Yeah, I had to get him because of the intensity he will bring to the show. Him and Triple H going head to
That
head.
match would
Are
last
you
2 minutes.
kidding me? No, it'd be fantastic.
No, it
Ric
wouldn't.
Flair, like if
You
you
really haven't watched.
you get them
lot
in a
of
Hell in a
Goldberg
Cell.
matches.
Are you kidding me? Anyway, all right.
Hey,
So
Tony, tell him. Would you tell him, Tony?
Correct.
all right. So I'm gonna go with.
You find me a match with Goldberg that lasts 5 minutes. That was good.
Give me.
Right.
Oh, Kurt Angle.
Oh,
That's
nice.
a good one.
Give me Kurt
Okay,
Angle.
okay,
Really
all right,
good.
all right.
Give me Kurt Angle.
He said
I
that
was
like
really
you
upset
said.
at that.
You hear me?
He said that like that was
God.
an epiphany.
No, that's a
Oh
good
my
pick, though.
God.
Now
That's
you
a
can get a
good
good match
pick.
out of him and Triple H, or him and Ric Flair. That's a good one.
All right, Greg.
I was never a fan of Kurt, but
Kurt was awesome. I like Kurt Angle.
he definitely was a draw for a while. He was definitely a draw for a while.
I'm just waiting for
Greg's next
everything
pick
to
is
get-
Booker T.
everything to get silent before I make my pick.
Oh my god! I'm gonna go ahead and put Bob Backlund.
So I'm going.
Go ahead and pick Gorgeous George.
The first black
Bruno
champion
Sammartino.
In the WWE. I think it was
What, Ron Simmons?
Yes, Ron Simmons, the OG.
OG Ron, got you. Oh man, this is great. This is great. Come on, Javon, don't mess it up.
Stop handing Kelly stuff, bro. What's wrong with you?
I already knew. I told y'all my last pick is gonna blow your mind.
So I'm gonna go with one of the best wrestlers of all time, and he is in everybody's heart, Mr. Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero.
Nice.
Man, this is great. This is great. I predicted this.
Shut up and pick.
Man, it better be somebody good.
So we're talking about a show that's
If you
gonna bring some
Kane, I'm
some
gonna
money,
turn your
right?
mic off.
We're talking about a show that's gonna bring some money, right? Y'all can start the chance with me, but yes. Daniel Bryan, can I get him?
Okay,
have him. Ain't nobody
talking about bringing some money to the show, right?
Yawn.
Hey,
dang, bro, he's not.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you, Kelly. That could have been a 5th round pick. You'd been out.
Nope, because my 5th round pick is gonna blow your mind. Daniel Bryan. Go ahead and type it in, Danny.
You said who? Daniel Bryan?
Daniel Bryan. Bryan.
Okay, all right.
What'd he do? I don't think I heard that.
He's a great wrestler, though. He's a great wrestler.
And he was the biggest draw for several years until he hurt his back.
During the worst era, he was the biggest draw.
Hey, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Daniel Bryan had
you play who you play
in WWE.
Imagine being the best at its worst.
Greg and Tony on super disrespect.
LeBron James in the Eastern Conference.
Kelly was excited. Tony said, "Yawn."
All right, Danny, go ahead, man. You got 2 to end it off.
He didn't even.
I mean, he made it sound like he was about to pick.
I know,
Jesus.
like he was about to drop a bomb.
I was just spelling
yes. Literally, the way he was talking, I thought I forgot about somebody. I was like,
I know.
Right.
Who?
I'm like, who?
Hey, I'm trying to make
Who
money.
did I miss?
All right, go ahead, Danny. It's you, man.
I'm gonna take.
I can't wait for my last one.
Man, this is tough right here. Because there's a lot of good picks still left.
I'm gonna go 7.
God, dog, I might be about to mess my whole draft up right here.
Your draft been messed up.
Do it.
Nah, man.
No, his draft solid.
No, he got it's all right.
Poker, Morgan. Poker.
Oh, my bad.
I think I want.
He gonna mess it up.
I'm about to mess it up. I feel like
Outlaws.
Wait, guys. Who is the Backstreet Boys of wrestling? Because that's who Danny's about to pick.
No.
I think I just picked him. I think I just picked the Backstreet Boy wrestling.
Yeah.
I think I might have taken that one.
Yeah, Kelly just took that one off the board.
Hey, Danny, the Miz.
There's other choices.
No. All right, I'm gonna do it, man. I wanted to get a big guy, and
pause.
You put the Big Show.
I think.
I apologize. I had
you pick the Big Show.
I'm gonna take Kane, man. I'm gonna take Kane at 4.
That's not messing nothing up.
I'm gonna take Kane at 4, and then I'm gonna take a rising star.
Oh, don't mess up there.
I'm gonna take Bianca Belair.
Okay, Bianca Belair. All right.
Okay.
Is it Belair?
Belair, like Hills of Belair.
I was saying Bianca Belair this whole time. So
Belair.
That's my 5. That's my 5 to start my company.
That's a
good job, man.
ASWE. I mean AWE.
AS. How many letters you got?
It seems like it's changing every time.
All-Star
ABCW.
Wrestling Entertainment. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, come on, man. Blow our minds, Kelly.
All right, Kelly.
Right.
Oh, well, this was a hometown hero of mine. He was born very close to where I was born. Greg picked one of his rivals, but I'm going Butch Reed. I had to do it.
Who?
The natural Butch Reed?
Natural Butch Reed.
Okay, I'm with you there. You got a little blackness in your group. That's cool.
Dang, I really did want to pick a black wrestler, but couldn't think of nobody that's bigger other than The Rock.
Dang, bro.
There's a couple.
There's a couple of black wrestlers, but
I picked Butch because he was my hometown hero. He drew me.
You could put Booker T in there. Will nobody be mad?
Absolutely. You could, but I'm gonna pick the dude who fans were chanting his name for 7 years in between his stints in WWE, and he had no intention of coming back. Came back, one of the biggest draws in the company.
CM Punk.
Mr. CM Punk.
All right.
I got wrestlers. I got big names. I'm good.
It's
Besides
on.
Brock Lesnar, I like your list.
Would you say beside Brock Lesnar?
Besides Brock Lesnar,
He's one of the biggest names in the company. How many
I agree with I
how
agree with you, but I don't like.
many WrestleManias did that man?
I
agree with
cannot
you.
stand CM
We
Punk.
should have said anybody that's been sued for gross stuff shouldn't be. allowed.
Well, then I mean,
That would take rid of your first pick.
I was going to say
Your
that's
first
like
pick.
your
Von
first.
Gregory.
Was he sued
your
or was
first
he
pick.
indicted? There's a difference.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a
Choose my
difference. There's a
words
difference.
carefully, buddy.
There's a difference.
Just
You're right.
saying, man. You just gave away your top billing. Like, go ahead, man. Shoot, you
Is
can
it my
get a lot
turn?
of
Yep. it's on you,
Tony's
Greg.
top pick is almost gone.
There's some really great guys I have left that didn't
I know there's one that I should probably
Make
could have
it.
taken.
I got to pick
but I'm
between
gonna
three.
go. I'm going to shun most of them for my favorite wrestler of all time.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Shut your. Please steal my moment. It's my moment.
I
Hey,
I was
Kelly, I
just
respect that, man. I respect
Some
that.
would say
I
he's
ain't never
the-
seen the words just snatched out of Greg's mouth that way. That was impressive.
That was great.
He participated in one of the greatest, if not the greatest, wrestling matches of all time in WrestleMania versus Randy Macho Man Savage. A lot of people don't know
Hey, we heard the name, man. You just,
that him and Ric Flair used
We
to
heard
really
the
bang
name.
it out like no Diddy. But they were like rivals for a long time before like the explosion. So yeah,
Okay.
Sean
No
said
Diddy.
Morgan
I'm
gonna
sorry,
pick
man.
Tony
I
Atlas.
didn't. I was really like just blurting it out because I just knew it. It's like
no
when you
good.
watch- It's like when you're watching Family Feud, you try to answer the question with the TV.
Right.
Okay. I have. It's down to two.
Go ahead and pick the gobbledygooker.
Both of them play really good heels. Both of them play really good heels. Both of them have awesome finishers.
Morgan
Both of
chooses
them
Bill
are loved.
Gilbert.
But I can only choose one.
Oh my God.
And I'm gonna have to go with. I'm going with Randy Orton.
Oh,
That's a good
yo.
one. I was actually thinking that was him who had to choose between him and Brock Lesnar.
CM Punk-
One
oh,
of
Brock.
the greatest finishing moves of all time.
that hurt.
Easily,
Man. That was my
hands
last
down.
pick.
That was your last pick?
That hurt. That hurt. That hurt my
You
soul.
want- take the other one. The other guy I was considering. I'm gonna say it if you don't pick him, but it was
They get
between
roasted.
two people.
Game is over.
It was between two people. I love my lineup though. We got
Yeah,
some-
man. Booker
got a
T
nice
and
one.
Bobby Lashley not getting picked. Y'all bugging, bro.
You should have picked them then.
Should have picked him.
Yeah, why you ain't pick him?
Right.
You picked Kane. You could have put Booker T right there.
You picked
Exactly.
a blackish wrestler.
I
They
needed
talking
a-
about, y'all
I
don't
needed
like
a big
black
guy.
people?
I needed a big guy.
Pause.
Everybody's got a lot of legends.
Talk about
Everybody's
that.
got a lot of
Yeah,
legends.
big guy.
Like, I'm only gonna let you slide one time.
I'm gonna put the Ultimate Warrior on my. Put the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh
on.
man,
Wow. Really? Like over Chris Jericho?
you passed up Jericho?
I passed up Jericho.
Wow.
And I got
Yeah,
Bianca
there was
Flair.
there for a quick minute, man. He was like the hottest thing on the
Yeah.
planet.
Who? Ultimate Warrior?
was
gonna be
Yeah, but he was a douche, wasn't he?
I mean, when he beat Hogan,
I mean, so was Hogan. He was a douche. Who you got on your list? Brock
Fair
Lesnar,
enough.
who's a rapist.
Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah, you got
Come on, bro.
douches, you got a rapist.
Fair
What you
point.
saying?
I don't know.
hey, you know who I thought about putting on the list? Vince.
I'm sure you would.
I
But
swear,
there's
I
a
put
couple
him as the
people-
man on the list, bro.
I'm proud that Mankind made it though, because
Yeah.
Mankind had to make it on somebody's list.
I'm glad
So I think
Mankind made it.
if I'm gonna be honest, and I'm looking at these lists, Kelly, you about midway you lost it, brother.
Dang.
Yeah, I agree.
Midway, I don't even know where you went.
Yeah,
Started
You went all
strong.
right, you went hard left.
yeah.
I-
Those are some.
You got some
interesting final
you
two
got
picks.
two heavy hitters though for sure on the top of your list. Like your list, first two are super strong.
Mankind is a good one. That's a good.
It's
That's
a
a
good one,
solid
but
3.
So and then Daniel Bryant, like I said, he was the most popular wrestler for a
You can't
pretty
defend
long time until he hurt his back.
You can't
I know it
defend
might have been the weak era wrestling, but he was still he drew money in. I thought that's what we were doing.
Stone
Let me
Cold,
Google him so I can
Stone
see
Cold
what he
versus
looks like.
Stone Cold versus Mankind alone.
I thought we were trying to
Anybody
bring
wants-
money in.
Man, I got
I'm
money,
gonna say
man.
this.
I got money.
I will
I
say
got
this,
money
and
matches,
I will say this on my end. As far as names go, I do not have the strongest list, but I guarantee you my list is putting on the best matches.
Nah, you got good
No.
matches. Nah, you got good matches. He got good matches. HBK, Edge, DDP, Seth Rollins. What was the last one?
Not better than mine.
Not Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior stands out there. If you'd have put Chris Jericho, you
I would have-
got
I would-
matches. Or you know who you could have picked? Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on my
Sorry,
list.
Mysterio didn't make anybody's list. just because of how popular he
Mysterio was in consideration, but for my last two, it was between the third person that was in consideration too was Edge.
You got to get Goldberg off your damn list. Man.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
Goldberg's
I'm
a-
just saying. Right?
Dude, Goldberg had the.
Goldberg-
Bill
you gotta
Goldberg
say
is
it.
a problem.
You
He's
bring
a
him in,
legend.
That is a
like,
very,
Without
very,
question.
very
I almost
accurate
put
way of
Steiner
saying.
and Papa Pump. Like,
Man, I wanted to put Kevin Nash on my list.
Didn't somebody do that? Oh no, nobody did.
No,
I wanted to put Kevin Nash on my list.
I'd have put Razor Ramon before I put Kevin.
I
Nash.
was
Razor.
thinking Razor.
Easily Razor
I
Ramon.
would put Kevin Nash over Razor.
No, Razor Ramon was way better wrestler.
yeah, he's way better.
Way better wrestler. Infinitely better.
You know, I had Kerry Von Erich. I was really wanting
I'm
to
sure
put him
you did.
on. If I had 6 picks, I probably would have picked him.
I could have put like AJ
Exactly,
Styles.
Sean. He tripping.
I'm
not even listening.
As a kid, yeah, when Goldberg, when I was a
Hating
kid,
on Goldberg is just
He said
dumb.
as
Yeah,
a
but you ain't
kid.
getting good matches out of Goldberg though.
you ain't
That's
getting good matches.
nonsense.
Tell me a good match from that you remember from Goldberg.
Wait a minute.
I'll wait.
Time out.
Right.
Goldberg carried WCW for a long time.
I just want y'all to answer my question.
No.
Tell me a good
Our
match
lists
with
were
Goldberg.
supposed to be
What
about.
match? What match?
our
Goldberg?
company-
We trying to sell. We selling tickets.
I thought we were selling tickets.
Yeah, what are you
Okay,
talking
We're
cool.
about?
talking
So
about
you gonna
matches.
have
Okay,
people come.
okay, but listen.
You gonna have
Listen,
people
listen,
come
listen,
and watch a
listen.
2-minute match.
No, those matches.
You
Yeah,
might
they'll
sell
pay
tickets
and
at
would people pay
the
top
first
dollar for
few
that?
shows.
People
But if
paid
you want
top
a
dollar
long
for that when
lasting
he was
show that's gonna
wrestling.
sell tickets, you gotta have some wrestlers in there, man.
I got Ric Flair, Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Randy Orton are all good wrestlers.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
I'm talking about. I wasn't even pointing that towards you, Morning. I was just
Dang,
saying.
Morgan.
I know Morgan got sick.
Dang,
He got
Morgan.
real.
I wasn't even. You eating that chip?
Goldberg
extra
versus
hard.
DDP. Come on now.
What are you
Y'all
eating that
stop.
chip so
Y'all
hard?
lying to yourself. Goldberg versus Hogan.
Goldberg versus anybody is going to
I
be
just
an
want y'all to
exciting match.
go. Y'all thinking from nostalgia, man. That's all.
No,
That's
we're
all
not.
nostalgia, man.
No,
What do you-
Brian,
what do you-
Those are not good matches, man.
are you
It's
really
not-
about?
you- They
Are you
made
Those
really
are
about
not
to say that Bill Goldberg does not draw insane energy into
I didn't-
whatever arena he's in?
I didn't
You,
say
you
he
keep
didn't.
you keep
I-
harping on the
Didn't
good
say
match
that.
thing.
Tony,
Are we
you
in the
understand what
wrestling
I'm saying,
business
man.
or the entertainment
Yeah, are we
business?
commissioners or are we
Okay,
wrestlers?
cool. I'm just saying you don't.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Go- he-
what was the goal of this?
I thought it was like
Agreed.
I just
you're
wanted to
building
have
a
some
company.
wholesome fun.
If we were talking about the best wrestlers, my list would be
Way
way
different.
different.
That's
I might
fine.
have
Exactly.
one person.
Let's be different
Listen,
then.
the
I'm
only
just
reason
saying,
I
y'all ain't
said
got
that
no
is
women.
because this man said they have classic matches, and I'm like, no, he didn't. So if you just there for the spectacle, fine, that's cool. Just understand that the match will be 2 minutes long. He will come, he will do the sparkles all through the air, get in the ring,
gonna be
jackhammer
fire.
spear.
And
walk
And
everybody-
out.
the fans will be
everybody's gonna
crazy
be
and they'll pay for
You
it.
can't do much after
They
that.
will pay for
What
it.
else you gonna do?
What are
And
you
the
talking?
fans will
So
pay
what
for
was
it.
the goal of
What
this
else you
draft?
gonna do? What other
What was the
storylines
goal
are
of
you
this
gonna
draft?
run?
What was the goal of this draft?
What,
What was the goal of
yeah,
this
to
draft?
start a promotion.
They ain't gonna
So
rob
what
Van
storylines
Dam.
are you gonna run?
So you're saying my promotion?
Rob
is
Van
gonna
Dam
be
is
Goldberg
over.
on the next
What
one?
storylines did they run with Goldberg?
Manny,
Van
you are
Dam would've-
absolutely
that
right
would've
about
been
Rob
nice.
Van
What
Dam. Huh?
storylines did they run with
Yeah.
Goldberg?
After the
No.
undefeated streak?
What storylines did
Nothing.
they run with Goldberg? Okay,
Nothing.
and he still brought
didn't.
money. And
No,
he
he
still
didn't.
brought
He
money.
actually didn't after a while. That's why WCW went out
Goldberg
of
didn't
business.
bring money.
You needed
After a while. He
How long is a
stopped
while?
bringing
What is
in
your-
How
money.
long is a while?
How long are we commissioners?
It was like a year. It was literally like a year.
Goldberg.
I watched 8
Yeah.
Goldberg pay-per-views where we were spending $70.
Hey, I think they gotta go back and watch. They gotta go back and watch the old school WCW some episodes, and they'll be like, oh.
I would
Did
put
I'm
Goldberg
not
just
saying
saying.
he was a great
Did
wrestler.
I would
Goldberg
put
just like
Goldberg on a
that?
roster, but I wouldn't pick him to
I'm gonna let
start
y'all
my
finish.
company.
Go ahead.
That's the
Why?
thing.
Are you
That's
crazy?
my point. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
just-
Thank you.
I just remember
Thank you,
him
man.
being like the biggest thing in WCW for a
What?
Yes,
minute, right?
for like
For a
maybe a
long
year and a
time.
half.
were
It was
starting-
not a
Okay.
long time, guys.
When they
How
were
long are we
starting the company,
commissioners? What? Okay, so next time we do this, we got to talk about how long we're commissioners and how much money we're trying to
Again,
make.
how do you guys realize like how
This is what
long
this is his
WCW's
movie
run
goalpost
was?
thing.
It wasn't as long as you think.
it was
Like the period of time where Goldberg that run was only like 4 years, 4 or 5
Is he a Hall
years.
of Famer? Is Goldberg a Hall of Famer?
He's a Hall of Famer. Is he a Hall of Famer? I don't think he's a Hall of Famer yet. Is
I
he?
don't know if he is.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Ultimate Warrior is a Hall
Yeah,
of
but just
Famer.
go first
He ain't
down.
have like a huge run. What the hell are we doing? There's a lot of wrestlers that are
I
Hall
don't
of
know if he
Famers.
is in the Hall of Fame, to be honest.
Goldberg
He
is
Goldberg is
Goldberg
in the
is.
Hall of Fame.
2018.
Got in
Is or he
2018.
2018.
2018?
Okay. I couldn't remember if he was or
I'm
not.
not- all I said is after what you gonna do, like storyline wise, like
You're
what
gonna
you
keep
gonna do?
trying him out.
We're
and
gonna
they're
keep
gonna-
bringing him
they're
out
gonna
there so he
pay
can
money.
spit
Dang.
jackhammer
And
on
you
spear.
still wrestle
That's
I will
really
say-
boring as hell. All
I
right,
will say
cool.
the
But it
number
wasn't
one.
There's
boring.
never been a boring Goldberg match. That's not
I
a
will
thing.
say the
bro.
number
That is a
one.
lie and a half. Stop
number
lying
one
to yourself,
Goldberg-
Morgan.
the
That's
number
why I have an
Goldberg
issue
article
with you.
on Reddit
Morgan.
is that they hated him at his Hall of Fame speech. There was a ton of hate for Goldberg from the crowd at the Hall of Fame speech,
Bruh,
and it
do
seems a
not.
little unfair.
If
I
you
will
want to
say
talk
that.
about aura, if you hold on, if
Say
you want to
that.
talk about his aura and you want to talk about his entrance and the streak, that's cool. I'm not gonna argue with you. But every time you say there's never been a boring Goldberg match, you sound crazier and crazier. All
Okay.
right.
I mean, boring.
I can
is
show you.
Yeah,
subjective.
yeah, right?
We're
He
not
said
saying
it.
boring or super. We're
So
saying
to
did
him, he
generate
might feel
money?
like there hasn't been a boring one. It's
He
subjective.
said
Like
it.
that's
I'm
not
just
even.
telling you the truth.
But we can't.
gotta
we're not
remember, my
argue,
opinion don't
like,
matter.
Opinions.
Morgan, you
I
had
didn't
a
say
And
that. I'm just
he
saying
was-
if you're gonna say something,
My
at least
opinion
back
doesn't
it
matter,
up.
Tony. It's okay.
I feel like having him on your roster is
accept.
going to help you sell tickets.
Generate revenue.
1,000,000%.
If
I
you're gonna
thought
have
that was
Goldberg
goal.
on your
I
roster, you're
thought
gonna
the
make
goal
money.
of this.
Yeah, if it was
Goldberg
about who the best
630.
wrestlers are.
I mean,
I
if
thought the
we're
goal
talking
was
about
what
merch.
I
If we're
said.
talking about
Y'all
merch
missed
sales, I would have to. I'd probably say, out of everybody, John Cena probably sold. His merch.
John's the GOAT, man.
I
Of
agree.
course.
I'm
John-
not
John,
saying
of
that,
course,
but I'm
might be
saying
called
if
the
you
GOAT.
say that Goldberg's
Yeah.
not gonna generate money for your company,
I didn't say that.
He's not saying that.
Can I just
simply
ask
saying
for context?
Goldberg
Thank
has
you,
a lot of
Tony.
whack matches.
Tony
which
seems to
he does.
understand what I'm saying.
agree.
Did
Can I-
anybody
can
else
I-
have
can I-
Goldberg in their like top in their
Yes.
pool of wrestlers to pick?
No,
I
I
did.
did not.
not
I
even
did.
close.
Can
I don't
I-
even think he would be in my top
There was
10.
a couple that got stole from me. Sting was one of them that I was gonna put in,
Yeah,
wanna
me
Sting
too.
back.
and I
I
thinking
looked up.
about it,
I didn't expect Sting to still be there. I looked
I
up.
still,
I'm like,
I
oh,
still
shit.
hate you for that pick.
I was going to
I
get
feel
Sting.
like I jumped the gun.
if he made
when I
his way
put
back
Edge
around.
in. I probably could have waited a little longer to put Edge in.
Yeah, you could have. You could.
Yeah.
I wanted Edge for real. But
Edge is a good pick,
I
though.
wasn't gonna take him over. I wasn't gonna take him over.
I'm shocked Jericho ain't
Who's
making
my
it.
last
Man.
pick?
I'm legit shocked.
Man, he was.
Danny, did you send the thing
was there.
in Messenger? So
My
I can
last,
post it?
between the last two, and I went with Ultimate Warrior just because everybody had all these huge names on there.
Hey,
Because
y'all
I
ain't
thought
have
we were
no-
making money.
I did like.
No, I agree.
If y'all could
I
have,
thought the goal was to make
everybody,
the
about
best
the
run.
money.
if
My
everybody
argument
could've
is not
picked
about
one,
the money.
If everybody had a sixth pick and it had to be a woman wrestler, who would you pick?
China.
China.
Damn it. Okay, are we
I'm
going in
taking-
order?
I'm taking Jade because she fine. And
Are we
Sasha
going in
Banks
order?
They
Judge
ain't
me.
gonna take Jade just on.
If
the,
I
just on
can't
the
take
couch.
Bianca Belair,
Can't take Bianca because I got Bianca. Who else would
I'm
everybody?
gonna, Danny, just for
I'd probably
Before
take
the show
Sasha
started,
Banks.
I said everybody should have to pick one female. They all laughed at me and said
I
had to
agree.
pick
I
female.
like
I
that
didn't
though.
laugh
I didn't
at
laugh
you.
at
I didn't
you.
laugh
just
at
didn't
you.
wanna
I
do
said it was cool. I was fine with it.
Nah, they tried to
I
keep
was
me
down.
on the show,
I was
man.
down.
They were like, "Get this dude out of here."
So
I
we
would
got
say
votes
I would
for
say
I
go
was
Jade.
down.
We got votes for Jade.
Greg was like Greg clowned you. I'm just saying.
We got
I
votes
didn't
for
clown
China
you. I
and
just didn't
Jade.
want to do
And
it.
you got to have a Hispanic wrestler, and I was like, "I'm sorry."
I was saying if we're gonna do mandate,
That was
like,
Morgan. Morgan did that too. So I'm just
Okay,
that
so
was mostly
I'm gonna
my
go.
fault.
Excuse me,
So are we going
Mercedes
in order,
Monet.
or are we
I
just
will go
picking a
Mercedes
wrestler?
Monet.
Mercedes Monet. That's a good
Go
one.
ahead, Kelly.
No, you
That's
go
what I
first.
said. I didn't say Sasha Banks, bro.
Oh, so if I can't have China,
I said
No,
it.
no. You can
No,
have
I
China.
said it first.
No, I didn't.
Bro, yes, I did. Did I not
you
say
said
Sasha Banks?
China first.
Yeah,
I
he
said
it.
Sasha Banks, sir.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
said that was
If I couldn't have China,
Tony,
then I'll
Tony.
take,
Hey, let's go, Tony.
if I can't have
China.
China, I'll take Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus. I knew it.
That's a good one, Trish. That's a
know
good
it.
one.
I'll take Charlotte Flair.
Lita is the only other one that I can think of outside of
Lita's
everybody
a
else.
good one. Lita's
I
a good one.
like Lita when she was with the Hardy Boys.
The Hardy
That
Boys.
was one of my
Yep.
favorite. That was one of my
Becky
favorite
Lynch. Good
times
one.
in wrestling.
Becky Lynch.
All right,
That's
so-
a good one. The
But
man.
y'all know it's past my bedtime, so I'm out.
So
How
are
you
we
come in
talking
late
money,
and leave
or are we
early?
talking?
Come
Wrestling.
late, leave early.
I got stuff.
Because
to
I'm
do.
going. I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey if we're talking money.
Ronda Rousey.
Hmm.
Okay.
If we're talking money,
Yes.
I
She
can't
brought,
argue
she
against
brought it
that.
in. She brought it in. She was a draw.
I can't argue against that.
Mm.
She still
Sure.
can't act. She still can't act, but
hey, we talk about money.
she was a draw.
We-
for sure.
Here we go again.
All right.
But
I'm
she was
getting- see, this-
definitely a
this is
draw.
And we
the
might as
show.
well let
I'm not
content
saying
go.
nothing.
I told y'all
Yeah.
that a long time ago.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
I can't. If I couldn't have China, then if we're talking money, her or Miss Elizabeth. But
I wouldn't pick China though. Like I don't know if China was a draw. Was she a draw?
she was. Her and Triple
I'm
H.
trying to remember.
Her and Triple H together was a draw.
Nah, she wasn't a draw with
she
Triple
was-
H.
She was.
a draw.
She
No,
wasn't
she
a draw
wasn't a
with
draw,
Triple
but
H.
she,
I don't think
I
she
don't
was
know.
ever
Not like
a draw
Trish.
though.
Not like Trish. Trish was.
DX was a draw.
And DX
Yeah.
without China.
What'd you say?
DX could have still been DX without
DX
China.
without China. I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Trish was
China
a draw.
never a draw.
Trish was
Yeah,
a draw,
Trish
and
was a
Lita was
draw.
a draw. The two of them was
What's
drawn. Yeah,
What's
yeah.
the old girl that was in the Vince documentary? I can't remember her name right now.
Who? Oh, Sable. Sable.
Yeah,
was a
Sable
draw.
was a draw.
Who
Sable
was
was a
the
draw.
Sable's, if you're talking about Sable's probably if you're talking about just draw alone, Sable's probably the biggest draw.
the biggest draw?
You think over? I don't know, man. I think she
Even
done been-
Stephanie in her time. You
Not
think
over,
Stephanie
not
was a draw?
over, not over Becky Lynch. Now I think Becky is way
Maybe
more of a
now
draw.
you yeah, but you got to think about all of the
Becky
old
main
perverts
evented
that
at
were watching
WrestleMania,
back in the
dude.
60s. And that era, I mean, like there's still old dudes that fanboy hard over Sable, bro.
Didn't
That's-
Ron,
That's
didn't
fair,
Ronda headline a
Yeah,
WrestleMania
it was-
too, or no?
It was Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte.
Okay.
Charlotte
Okay.
shouldn't even been in that match,
Who was the
but Bianca and Sasha did too, though.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think I think Sable is looked at as a different.
she was more like a
for sure.
Yeah,
symbol,
like-
you know what I mean?
She's like that diva,
I agree.
you
was
know what
a
I'm
sex
saying,
symbol.
era. Huh?
Well, that's what I'm saying, and we all know sex sells. That's what I'm saying. She was a huge draw in that way. Not talent. She didn't have any of that.
Yeah.
She was the biggest draw to that point.
Yes.
There was another wrestler, a black female wrestler that was around at the same time as China and all them, and I can't think of her name. Anybody
Jackie?
know?
Jackie.
Jackie. I think it was her.
And she always, I felt, you know, I used
Yeah,
to
she
hate,
was
they
Booker
used to
T.
make it seem like that she was ugly, man. WWE used to try and play her like she was ugly, and that used to make
But
me mad
that's-
every time.
That's
I gotta
that's
roll out,
the thing.
bro.
All right,
All right,
Tony.
man.
Appreciate you coming
I
through.
appreciate y'all.
See you back
Thank you.
next week too. I don't know what list we're doing yet though.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, Jackie, they used to play her, man. I used to hate
But that's what they they did with a lot of those stars like that.
That's why it used to make me mad. That's why that was frustrating in the documentary because they was trying to front like Vince wasn't racist. And I'm like, listen, man, you can fool a lot of people some of the time. You can't fool everybody.
Man, I came in contact with so many like wrestlers that I looked up to until I met them. Like some of them, like you can tell it's like this. When I say look up to, like as a wrestler, not as a human, but like you could just see, you know how you can just feel when some people are just racist as hell, and they kind of like, why are you talking to me type stuff.
When I met Goldberg, he was one of the nicest, biggest, smallest men I ever seen. Like he was super cool. And Butch Reed, I got to meet him. Great guy. Like really, like he's one of my favorites of all time, just because of
he was just black. That was his only, like, in the 80s. That was the reason why he could only go so far. Because remember they had Junkyard Dog.
Mm-hmm.
So I was joking about Coco Beware,
but Coco Beware
was a great wrestler.
Coco
was a great wrestler. He was just smaller, and they always made him out to be like, getting stomped out. You know what I mean?
Vince never liked big wrestlers. Vince never liked small wrestlers, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that,
He's
but
never a fan of them. It was the only two he was okay with Hart and Shawn.
Was who?
If you watch, especially like
Bret
in the
Hart.
80s and the 90s,
Shawn.
you see the same trends over and over. Like Ron Simmons was great, but it took a long time before he went over.
And then they gave him the opportunity with what, the Nation of Denomination or whatever. But that was just kind of the trope.
But
and then whatchamacallit, Booker T, I thought for sure he would have gone off the list because he was a pretty good wrestler.
He could have. I don't know if Booker was ever a big draw, though.
I feel like he was. So my thing was, he
was like for Harlem Heat when they were in the Indies.
But I feel like with wrestling, so like you got your big draw, and then like that mid level is what makes it's gonna make your shows good, right?
Right.
Because how many times have we seen like Rey Mysterio, probably a better wrestler than almost everybody that we named, and definitely more exciting, but he was put in a certain place, so he got to kind of stay there.
But Ray was a draw, though.
I know, because
he wasn't at first, though, was he? He was just the underlying side character with the.
No, he was like they had him like in WCW. He was like dominating the cruiserweight.
Right, that's right. He was the cruiser, yeah.
Sure and then they because I remember watching. I literally remember watching the match. Then they put him in the match with Kevin Nash for the title.
Right.
And it made it look like he could win.
Mm-hmm.
And then the minute they did that, then they started having him wrestle more like
bigger guys,
the heavyweight. And then they went through the period where they took his mask off.
Mm-hmm.
And they pushed him back down. But once he came to WWE, honestly, I would have put Swerve Strickland. Hey, Swerve could have been on the list. He definitely could have. But once he went to WWF kept putting him in the heavyweights. So they elevated, in my opinion, Ray to like a main event level,
right?
That WCW was scared to do. But even WWE never made him the guy for any amount of time, though.
No,
because that's Vince.
Entertainment wise.
Yeah,
it's like he's one of the most entertaining people you'll ever see in a ring.
Oh
right?
Yeah.
So like if you have if you got your big home run hitters and they're coming in, and then them second theory. That's why when I saw Sting was there, I'm like, what? Let me go ahead and grab this guy because he's gonna give you great matches with or
but
without.
Sting was a draw though. Sting was a main event.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But
I see what you mean. Like as the mid card, he would be.
I mean, compared to like I wouldn't have picked Hogan if we was talking about wrestling, but talking about like company and like the entity that he was. I remember, when you had all the territories, and he emerged like hands down as like the biggest thing in wrestling, and that over Ric Flair. Yeah. Everybody. I mean, his, it's like the adage they say with, music, right? Like some people are selling out, like theaters. Other people are selling out stadiums. Hulk Hogan was like when we went to see him, like the way the crowd was, like you wasn't seeing that at that time with any other wrestler. And he's the one that where they started realizing, oh, we can make money selling merchandising. A whole bunch of people. Remember Captain Lou Albano had the cartoon series? Like them guys,
I even thought about when it came to like money, and I remember there was a time where you had in WCW you had Rey Mysterio, then you had Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. But remember, Buff Bagwell used to be. He wasn't in no headline in no matches, but people were showing up for his matches. Like he was.
Nah, not really.
Hold on, I'm just saying where I was.
I don't know about that. I can't rock with you, Buff Bagwell.
Like everybody I knew that when we were watching wrestling were Buff Bagwell fans. Believe it, and I'm dead serious. I know it might sound silly, but
no, I like Buff Bagwell.
I did too.
I was waiting for him to do take
something.
that next step, and then it just fell on. Every time they tried,
he hurt his neck.
Nah, but even after that though.
Oh, I thought he quit after he hurt his neck.
No. Remember, because he made the transition over to WWF. Remember when they bought WCW?
Yeah.
Booker and Buff Bagwell was the first main event for WCW that they had.
Okay. I do remember that.
That's what I'm saying. They kept trying to.
Oh, okay.
But you know how, like Greg said, some people got it, some people don't.
Some people don't.
Like I don't think
Buff. Know that everybody.
I don't think Buff was like a main event dude.
I think.
Let me ask y'all this, because this was a question I wanted to know. If we say we all had to pick one tag team, but they had to be like a real tag team, not like two favorite wrestlers, but like a real solid tag team.
I know who I'm picking.
I already know who I'm picking. That's why I asked in the chat. I was like,
"Who you
pick a tag team?" I'm picking the Road Warriors.
I knew he was gonna say the Road Warriors.
They were, dude.
Did we all just say the Road Warriors?
I would have picked the Road Warriors.
They didn't wrestle all the time, so it's like when they came through, it was gonna be crazy. The crowd was nuts. They the whole energy was just different.
If we talking drawing, the Hardy Boys, man.
So that would have been my next. The Hardy Boys would have been my next guess, but
everybody was coming for the Hardy Boys, man. Everybody was coming for the Hardy Boys.
Since y'all took those two, I'm taking the Dudley Boys.
Okay.
The who?
The Dudley Boys.
The Dudley Boys. That's the Bushwhack guy, wasn't it?
No. This is the 3D from ECW came over.
What was their move? Bushwhacks? Didn't they have?
Nah, they had the 3D.
The 3D.
You talking about the Bushwhackers?
I'm talking about the Bushwhackers. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Bushwhackers. Okay.
Now, if it's not the Hardys, it's got to be either Edge and Christian or
Edge and Christian.
And honestly, the Usos, man.
Who was Jericho tag team with in the beginning? Because wasn't Y2K? Wasn't he with a tag team first? No.
Jericho came in from my recollection. Jericho came in solo. I mean, he's been in tag teams, but he came in solo. Like the guys who
was Shawn Michaels? Who was the guy?
Oh, you talking about the Rockers? Marty Jannetty. Yeah, that's a good one.
Another wrestler I wanted to name was Canyon, but because he's one of my favorite wrestlers, but he wouldn't have been no draw. But I loved Canyon.
Yeah, but he's a great dude. You gotta watch. Did you watch the documentary on him?
Yes.
Man, I felt so bad for him, dude.
Yep.
That's just a tragedy, man. So it's sad how many of these dudes died tragically.
Yep. He was one of my favorites.
That sport is just. It's a lot, man.
Damn, I'm trying to think. Tag
teams.
Right. You could do New Day.
If you're picking a faction, straight out.
Oh, NWO, I got it. They took wrestling by storm. That was a thing.
NWO and DX. I was gonna the stipulation I was gonna give is because there's two that are at the top automatically. NWO and DX.
Okay. 4 Horsemen.
DX. I mean, I was gonna say you could do.
No, I know the four Horsemen. I was gonna take those top two out, and then we have to go out.
NWO.
4 Horsemen will be my next one.
4 Horsemen. That's a good one.
But what version of the 4 Horsemen? This is where it gets.
I would do Flair.
Arn Anderson.
Oh, what's his name?
Lex Luger.
No.
Why?
Tully Blanchard.
Yeah,
to me, they was at the top. Like when they had Lex Luger,
I wouldn't have one with Luger though.
I'm thinking Luger.
Like Barry Windham was good, but he was a babyface, and
I'm taking Luger definitely.
Luger kind of bust on the scene. Luger let me see.
I mean,
Does
I can't act
NWO
like
does
I
the
can't act
Wolfpack
like
count? Like,
Yeah,
that's a
there's two
faction and a
separate ones,
faction,
I
man.
guess. Is it the
I
same
guess.
faction or separate?
I did like
It's the same to
Wolfpack.
me.
Though. I like
I
their
like
music better.
Wolfpack. Yeah.
Their music was hot. Dun, 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 dun. That
I
was
love
my jump, man.
Sky Hall.
Scott Hall's my
Sky Hall
dog,
and Kevin
man.
Nash, bruh.
Damn, I'm trying to think.
Bruh.
I mean, I got to
Oh
give
my
credit to,
God.
you know who I would pick if I can't pick DX and I can't pick Horseman, I can't pick NWO. The fact that all three of the dudes in this faction became heavyweight champs and draws. The Shield, like, I don't think people like. I think people are going to look back on the Shield a lot more like as like the Horsemen in them, because Roman Reigns is a draw, Seth Rollins is a draw, and then Dean Ambrose is basically one of the biggest names over at AEW. Like, you can't think of many other factions that have had that level of success once they broke it all up.
I mean,
Like,
that's
I was just trying to
definitely
think. So I know the
You could
Von
do the New
Erichs.
Day.
Can you consider the Von Erichs a faction?
I guess. Yeah. I
They
mean,
That's
were-
like saying the Hart family was a. I mean, that
no,
was
the
a
Hart family was absolutely Hart Foundation.
They're
Yeah,
that's absolutely a faction.
No, the Hart Foundation was definitely a faction.
faction, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that would be the same as saying the Von Erichs. So yeah.
Yeah.
no, the
and the
Von
Von
Erich-
Erich, like, so you got to think, man. David was on his way to being, like a top guy. Kevin was probably the best wrestler, but then again, I don't know, because Kerry was athletic as hell, like powerful, and he had like a good physique. But they were good. I remember the Freebirds; they were dope.
I mean, there are a lot of newer ones that I like. I don't know if y'all know, but these came out recently. The Undisputed Era, I like them in NXT. The Wyatt family, I was a fan of them.
Bray Wyatt almost made my list.
Yeah, he almost made mine too. The Bloodline with Roman Reigns, they literally locked down TV for like 3 years. Like,
You know who else I left off? Jimmy Superfly Snooker.
I ain't putting Jimmy in there now.
But I had my reasons.
Not after all that. I
I
know the
had
reasons.
my reasons.
I know the reason.
Another
Weird.
So
faction.
like
That's R. Kelly-esque right there.
Another faction.
That's more than R. Kelly. That's
Yeah.
There was
That's,
Another faction, but I don't know. I don't know if they're.
it's not funny, but
I don't know if it's just a tag team or if they count as a faction. But the Brood, Edge, and
Yeah.
who else is in there?
I always
Edge.
thought they were whack though. I don't know why, man.
I like
maybe
it.
because I couldn't
so
take
like I'm
Game Girl
looking at a
seriously,
list to try to refresh my memory. I remember the Bad Street Boys. I remember the Brood. There are a lot of these factions though that I don't really. I mean, Nation of Denomination, like I said earlier, but I don't.
Domination, though. It's like you said it twice.
Denomination.
You want it to be that.
I don't see a
there's-
lot of different factions that like stood out that weren't.
Evolution was a good faction for a bit.
Who was that?
Triple H, Ric Flair, Batista, and Randy Orton.
That's a
like-
thing.
It was.
That's how Randy and Batista got big.
Randy Orton's a problem, bro. Like, I'm so glad I got him. That
I
guy,
like Randy. Randy's one of my favorite wrestlers.
Randy Orton,
Yes.
is one of the best. Randy
That's my
Orton is
group.
one of the best heels.
Sean
Yes.
said, F the Freebirds. What the Freebirds do, man?
Yes, Sean.
And,
The Hurt Business, man.
Randy
listen,
Orton
man.
is one of the best heels that I've ever seen. And the
If y'all like
RKO,
black wrestlers, man. Y'all need to look up the Hurt Business, man.
the
I'm
RKO.
looking at
For real.
Sean's
Have we done the
message.
top 5 finishing moves?
I think so. I don't know
RKO
about that.
has to be on your list, bro. It has to.
Who?
There's like
Does
so many variations on it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
I
I don't
mean-
know. See, there were a lot of wrestle move finishers that I like enjoyed, but I'll tell you the one I used to like, the one that used to just get me hype, other than Goldberg's spear.
Oh yeah,
was
I ain't like Goldberg.
Chris Benoit
You
when
just
he used to
hate
do
it.
that.
With
When
a
Chris
Crippler
Benoit-
crossface.
We're not allowed to talk about
Nope.
him either.
We can't talk about Chris.
can't talk about Benoit.
Chris Benoit didn't. No, we don't. I know what you mean.
it wasn't the crossface though.
That
talking about
crossface is
The
mean.
flying headbutt.
Do
The
you
multiple German suplexes.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah,
remember
yeah.
when the DDT, when Jake the Snake came in,
Yeah.
and they was acting like he was, putting people in the hospital, and we had like that move. I don't think I had ever seen that move before. So the first time he did it, I'm like, what? So peep this. Like back in the 80s, there was a time where like sometimes Saturday Night Live wouldn't show, and they would show WWF main event. And we didn't have internet or nothing, so you don't know when it's gonna happen. It would just pop up. But yeah, I remember Jake the Snake. Who did he do it to?
He
I think
DDT.
It was Ricky Steamboat because it destroyed my life. DDT that man, and then dropped the snake on him, and it was like, okay, this is the.
Hey, that $1 million dream was it's not a dope move, but
Stone
talking
Cold
about Ted
Stunner, man.
DiBiase.
The stunner
Stunner's my
still,
favorite one.
I still think the stunner is probably the number one ever.
That's the
I used
best.
to like Sweet Chin music, but I just like the setup for that.
I always
used to
love
like
that.
the setup
I
for
like
that.
Sweet Chin, but man, everybody do it now. It's
Yeah, I
so
know.
amazing.
I know. It's
I
a thing.
think,
Yeah.
I
hate
think
that, man.
to me, if I'm doing the top 5 of all time,
You know who I like?
Sid
Which
Vicious
leg
powerbomb
lock?
used to look like it hurt for real.
If you
I was
can
gonna
if
say,
you can only do one leg lock, which one are you?
What's
If you
his
can only do
name?
one
Kevin
leg lock,
Durant.
which one do you
Kevin
choose?
Durant. Kevin Nash.
Nash.
When he used to do his power bomb,
Yeah, buddy.
that joint used to look like it hurt.
Yeah, it used to look like you're
when
gonna
Sid
die.
Vicious would do his power bomb, it looked like there was things
Yeah.
that were
used to
like.
like it hurt.
Did you
man. 'Cause
see? I just
he used
watched
to
a
just
video.
like drop you like he was just
I
like
just
annoyed
watched a
with you.
video
Like,
of Stone Cold. Stone Cold was talking about the time he had that match with Yoko Ono in Japan, and Yoko like hit him, and
and he
Steve
shit
was
his pants.
and he shit his pants, and he was supposed to win the match, but he looked at Yoko and said, "Come on, finish this. Let's go
Go ahead
home."
and let's end this thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
said-
Taker's last ride used to look crazy because he used to like put you up and he used to like.
Oh, yeah,
lift
last
you
ride
up
was fire.
And
But see, it's like the fun thing, and this is just like moves in basketball. It's like the evolution of like what stuff we do. Because I remember, so there was a dude named Hercules Hernandez, and he used to do the backbreaker. He was I don't know if he wasn't like a main guy, but he was like right under that, and he played a heel. And he used to do that backbreaker, but then Lex Luger got it.
Torture
They
rack.
call it the torture rack.
Yeah,
And
buddy.
the torture rack just sounded.
it looks silly to me, man.
Nah,
But,
torture
I
rack
mean,
like
back
that crap
then,
hurt.
that-
You ever been put in the torture rack before?
That crap
No,
like
but
it hurt.
It just looks silly to me. I don't know. Like I
Have you
understand
guys
how it
ever
can
been
hurt.
I've had
torture rack before?
the moves that I've had done on me growing up: DDT, Tombstone.
Wait, you still here?
Why you start with the DDT?
I've been DDT before. I've been
You got all
Tombstone.
kinds of neck problems.
My
you don't even
brother
know about.
put me in an ankle lock one time and almost killed him. But I told him to do it because I wanted to see if it actually hurt. Sharpshooter.
I tell you a one that looked whack.
Boston,
Though, like
the Boston Crab in the figure 4. I've been. In
I didn't have the Boston Crab on me.
you remember Kurt Angle's Angle Slam?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That
Awesome.
looks so whack to me. Even
Hey,
though I thought it looked cool, but it looked whack to me.
Boy, if
can
you
I
did
share-
that in real life, you be.
I mean, if
Can
they
wait,
do
hold
any of
on.
these
So
in real
wait,
life,
hold on.
we
I got
all
a story
dead.
to share. I got a
Even the
real life,
wackest one looked like you're.
I got a real life true story to share. 100% is gonna.
Please
be
don't
just
tell
a
me
second.
somebody angle slammed you, bro.
Nope. So
okay.
I used to do valet, and I got to meet Ken Shamrock and Tito Ortiz. This is back when they was fighting in the UFC. I was doing valet. I met them, and they asked me if I knew where any bars were. We went to a bar that I knew was there. I'm sitting at the table. I don't know Tito, but I knew Ken. Tito was still new in the UFC, but I knew Ken from wrestling. And these guys come over drunk, talking noise to these guys, talking, and especially to Ken.
Why
And
would
Ken
you
was like,
talk
"Hey,"
trash to Ken
he said,
Shamrock?
"Hey man, we
You don't know where we lived at, man.
that's the
was-
thing. It's weird."
yeah.
Ken looked at the guy and said, "Hey man, we're just here to have fun. Leave us alone." Now, the guy walks away and comes back, and all you hear is a big crack. He hit Ken over the head with a beer bottle. Now remember, him and Tito had just got done UFC fighting. He hits Ken with the bottle. Ken stood up. Now I'm on the inside of the booth. Ken stands up and looks at him and says, "Please just leave us alone." Like he's not even fazed by the beer bottle, right? And then all of a sudden the guy takes a swing, and I kid you not, it went from 0 to 900 in 2 seconds. The dude's in the Shamrock, in the ankle lock, the Ken Shamrock ankle lock, screaming bloody murder. And because he kept talking about how the wrestling was fake and wrestling was this. Ken put him in it and he was screaming. So then another guy comes running across the bar, one of his buddies, and Tito's a short dude, but he's stocky. And he stood up, he said, "Hey guys, back off." And then all of a sudden the dude kept running and Tito hit him. And I've never seen anybody fall backwards but still run. Like the guy was falling backwards, but at his feet, he hit the ground and his legs were still kicking. So then the police get called. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that goes on. All of a sudden, these guys are like buying us drinks at the end of the bar for the rest of it because the other buddies were going to come. But the fact that Ken put him in that ankle lock, I kid you not, man, it was one fluent move from face to ground in the ankle. And it's like, come on, man. Like,
that's the thing that people don't like. I like the UFC is blown up to the place that it has now so that people understand that these people are not, this is not fake. You know what I'm saying? Like Ken Shamrock is the real deal. You know what? Brock Lesnar has done some leaving alone all the other stuff that we know, right? Okay.
Right.
I'm talking
Brock
about
is legit crazy, yo.
I'm talking about strictly.
You don't mess with Brock, man.
Strictly, when I gave Brock Lesnar his respect when he first came in, it was one thing. But that man, when he went to UFC and was dominating like that, I was like,
for a quick second,
this guy's
ass kicked.
and that's just like when
he
James
came back,
Toney.
though.
Because one of the things that I always talk about when people say that, you know, they're boxers, but they're like, they can fight UFC. I'm like, nope, it's two different types of training.
Two different things.
And all you have to do is go back and look at the James Toney and Randy Couture fight. And Couture was old. And he said Couture, most of the fight didn't even get Tony on the ground, but he was beating him up, standing up. And then when he realized as soon as he took Tony to the ground, he never got up. Like it's a whole different thing.
My
on both sides, though. On both sides.
Yeah,
it's a different thing
if
on
you
both
flip
sides.
it,
Yeah, if you get in the boxing ring, it's a belt for them too.
Correct.
My thing with the argument is that because we used to argue. So like let's take a Floyd Mayweather for instance. Floyd Mayweather is
to the UFC.
I'm saying, hold on, let me give you the scenario.
Okay.
Because what we know is that he's in the top 99.9999999. Like he's like there's not that many humans.
No, Bobby Lashley is no joke, y'all.
Right. So think if you take this guy with this type of speed, quickness, agility, all of this, and you start training him when he's 8 for UFC. With how fast his hands are and all of that.
Right.
You know
Then it's different.
So it's not like it's just like jiu-jitsu beats almost like like if you're proficient in
if it's one-on-one,
you pretty much can beat just about anybody.
Because the jiu-jitsu people will let you get off on purpose because they want you to give them some limb.
All they want to do is give me a limb.
I don't care what limb you give me. I don't care if it's just like Steven Seagal. People pick on Steven Seagal for him practicing the keto, but if they get one of your joints,
that's it.
Get out of here, bro.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the discipline. I
gotta go in like 5 minutes.
My ex's brother and his dad. So his dad's a Taekwondo black belt, and his son practiced martial arts like his whole life.
I know why that's your ex. Smart move, my man.
He's a Taekwondo black belt and a Q. And this is back when you cross like and they beat you in and all that. So it was different. But like when I met Sean, my brother-in-law, we divorced, but you know what I mean. He told me about him practicing martial arts, and I'm like, I didn't believe anything. Okay,
right.
Like I didn't believe it at all. We went, we started sparring. Like, so his dad had taught him Taekwondo his whole life, but then he got into Jeet Kune Do. He was all the martial arts you could think of. Of course, he idolized Bruce Lee, and he had some other people that practiced when he was growing up. We sparred one day in the front yard. This is the perfect thing of I know boxing. I've watched boxing my whole life, all that type of stuff, right? We're sparring in the front yard. And he's much smaller than I am. You know what I'm saying? Like Sean's like maybe 145, and that's generous. You know what I'm saying? And I got ready to step and take a punch. You know what I'm saying? I'm going southpaw, you know what I'm saying? So right hand's in. You know what I'm saying? My right hand's leading. I take a step to get ready to punch. He did not use his hands at all. he threw a kick. He had on Tim's. He threw a kick. He did not.
You should have known, man. When somebody wants to
I did not know, bro. You don't know until you
know. Like
you don't know until you see, bro. So like, yeah.
Nah,
and again,
you saw when he stepped out there at the spar with Tim's on, man.
I took.
He told you. You knew ahead of time that.
I gave you way more information than you need.
This dude, he didn't kick me. He didn't kick me. What he did was I stepped forward, and I would have landed my jab, but he put his foot beside my head and left it there.
You think you would have landed your jab?
So that I knew that I would have died.
No, you knew you wouldn't have landed that jab if he perfectly placed that kick.
Like, okay, even if you land this jab, there's a whole steel toe.
No, you
bro.
Listen,
like,
Morgan. Listen, we are your friends.
That was a warning shot. He was letting you know.
Oh, I know. No, that's what we did though.
I don't think you would have landed your jab. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
I probably would not, because he went like 15% speed. He used to tell me about how he used to practice Muay Thai. So he go in the backyard and do like the 6-inch punches on the trees. And he did the same thing with his shin, so he could recalcify his bone.
Come on,
right?
And you went out to spar with him after he told you this?
You knew this beforehand.
Anybody who spars with
listen. Y'all not listening to me, okay?
No, we listening.
Dude, you lost me when you said you were sparring with somebody that had on Tim.
But we're not.
That means you are going to lose.
But we're not.
And if
we're not landing,
you're still gonna lose.
It don't matter. I'm not gonna go out and spar with a dude who punches trees.
I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay.
Learning how to not fight people that punch trees.
No. Listen.
And what did we learn?
You got to remember, y'all are forgetting that I did not believe him until I saw this stuff. I told you.
Why would somebody lie about this?
I'm saying, I told y'all that.
Jamal, you ain't never been in no fight with somebody who says, I know karate, and you kick them.
Look. So he used to punch the trees. He used to kick the trees, right? We were sparring one time. He taught me how to check kicks and stuff like that, right? So I stepped forward, and he's showing me that he would have thrown a kick. All I did was raise my leg to check the kick. Our legs barely touched, and I had a gash on my shin that's still there right now. He did not even kick me. He literally it was like a tap. Yeah. And my leg is gashed.
The weight from the Tims caused him to follow through at a higher rate. If somebody squares up with you and they have on Timberlands, then don't fight them.
Because you're about to get shot.
That's the point. We don't even have to learn any of the other lessons. It's just like some black Air Force Ones. You know what?
Yeah, they're wearing black.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're wearing black forces. If they're wearing black forces, especially the joint with the silver, if it's got the silver piece in the middle of the top string, yeah, they mean business. I don't know.
Also, Timberland stuff.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you not dig a deeper ditch for you.
In a pair of Timberlands.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna get ready to head out, man. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all next time.
I don't know if you people out there watching, please do not try and spar with people who punch trees for fun.
And wear Timberlands.
Jeet Kune Do.
Look,
want to wear Tim's. Like
I didn't know, bro. I had to learn
to yourself.
I had to learn.
Please. If you're in Florida, please be safe.
Please,
if you get out of there, please get out of there.
Please, if you can.
Hey, follow, and do all that other stuff. We never tell people to do that. Do that so that we can build our. I mean, you barely. But we'll see y'all next week.
You're a racist.
Peace out.